Hello and welcome everybody. It is Dark Goddess Eris and welcome to the stream where nothing ever goes my way. Like right now, I can't tell if my hold on. Let's just do this for now. Okay, I can't tell if my stream is being shared chat. Yes, I think it is. Maybe. Maybe not. No. Let me see here. I don't know why it's not working. And I tried to add. So today is the big day. We have episode 3 of um sorry. Episode 3 of Behind the Chaos, which as of right now, as I said, we are in fact having some chaos because I can't seem to get my shared chat to work. And why is it not working? Can you guys hear me, by the way? Hi, Squirrely. Hi, Essa. Hi, Cal. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Um, hold on. Oh, so hold on. I am checking in with our guest. Okay, she's working on it. And so, our guest today is Average Girl Games. Is it?
Make yourself at home.
Okay, wait. Let's try this. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? No. Okay, so you can hear me now better. Okay. Yeah, so alerts are working right now. But when we go into the actual stream with our guests of honor, we will not be having any alerts on. I will be responding to questions in chat, but we do want to try to keep everything. Uh, we do want to try to keep everything um, related to the. Sorry, so many distractions related to the actual podcast itself. So let me see if Shrive is ready. Let me try to reload this real quick. See, like is it working for Shrive? Hold on. It might be. Okay, be right back, guys. Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Okay, sorry. I had to turn on my mic just to see. Okay. Thanks, Girly. I appreciate it.
Please throw your games, not intentionally.
Okay.
Just maybe throw a little bit. And then maybe, hear me out, you play with us and then we rise the ranks. Deal? Okay, am I been talking this whole time?
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't even, you guys, I didn't even.
It's okay.
Cool. I didn't deafen. You know what? That's fine.
You know what?
It's okay.
Perfect.
We've been having we have been having, well, at least I have been having issues. I couldn't get my mic to work because apparently my volume setting is backwards on my mic. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Couldn't get share chat to work at all. So don't worry.
Fantastic.
This is why we have this show. It's behind the chaos. Everybody,
It's chaotic. There's a point to it.
everybody,
Yes.
welcome in Average Girl Games, affectionately known as Rissa by her community. She is one of me and Shrive's favorite streamers. We talked about it a couple of times about bringing her on the show, and I was surprised when she said yes. And here she is. Hello,
Right.
chat. So we are going to be reading chat and monitoring all the questions that are coming in. We do try to keep the questions close to the podcast, you know, as possible. If it's something specific that isn't being asked, we will address it with Rissa. We do ask that everybody remain respectful to the hosts as well as our guests. I did put chat on slow mode. I don't know if it went on slow mode for you all, but it did go on for me. And thank you guys so much for the follows. Alerts will be off if you do not hear us respond to any of the alerts, such as like a hydrate or anything like that. We're not ignoring you. We just don't hear it, so we're not seeing it. We have to like kind of keep track of two different screens.
Also, we want to make sure that our focus is on the guest.
Yes, exactly. So, Again, welcome everybody to the chaos. I am Dark Goddess Eris, joined by Shrive Alive, my co-host, and Average Girl Games, aka Rissa. Big retro games fan, but she is also blending the old with the new. As you can see in the background, she's got Pokemon, love of Pokemon. So this is what we're gonna do. It's kind of different. We went and decided to get some Pokemon cards to do a rip. We are going to just open up this episode with checking in some Pokemon cards. Now they got brand new packs. I went to a used bookstore and got some Pokemon cards from there. I did not look at what the cards were. I just grabbed blindly, and I could get fakes. I could get nothing. They might get some big hits, and that's what we want. We're going to start with the guest of honor today. Rissa, you go ahead and open yours first.
All right.
And then we'll break into the questions.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my code card, so that's going over there. I'm gonna make sure that I have my energy. I do! Okay. We have a psychic energy. We have an energy lotto trainer card. We have a Quilava, evolved form of Cyndaquil. We have a Gold Duck. We have a Growlithe, a Alolan. Oh no, Hisuian. Very nice, very nice. A Voltorb. A Rufflet. Gosh, the key light's making this hard. A Ponyta or a Ponyta, however you want to say it. It's very different. A Bronzor. Okay, guys, we're coming up. We're coming up. Okay, this is a reverse hollow Glaceon.
Nice.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. And then you guys gonna see it first. What is it? Oh my gosh.
I can't even
Oh,
read
it's a Regigas. Freaking dumb. That's it. All right. Well, listen. The reverse hollow Glaceon sound, I agree, much better than my
Yeah.
Regigas.
Yes.
Freaking stinky.
All right, Shrive.
Okay.
You next.
Okay, so for me, I have 4. I want chat to pick 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Wow, 3 is really big. That's really crazy.
Really?
A lot of
There's
people
lots
want
of
3.
A lot of 3s in that chat.
You know what? That's actually all I see. That's crazy. Looks like it's gonna be 3. Yes! Dark,
Gosh,
get out of here with
everybody's
your 2. No. Oh wow, so many 3s.
Oh my
That's
God,
really
everybody
much.
was.
Okay, so
Watch 3 be a really big hit, and we're like, cool. 11.
I swear, if you get a really big hit in this card, I'm just.
I know.
And then I'm gonna be like, I meant 2. Go back.
I meant
go back,
2,
go
I
back.
swear.
Do you guys remember in Shrek where he goes, pick number 3, my lord, and he picks up a number 2? That's exactly what I'm thinking of. Pick number 3, my lord.
By the way,
Alright,
Shrive,
so
I
I got
didn't
the-
realize that your shirt said "Just Saying" on it. I love it.
Yeah.
So good. He should be named Fauntleroy. Fauntleroy? I gotta look at him.
All right, so the fighting energy. The hell is that? Oh, Crocker Rourke?
Is that a reverse hollow?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, it's not.
It just looked very shiny, and I was like,
Yeah. Lombre,
oh, love,
Trapinch,
a Trapinch.
We like Trapinch.
Little-
Zizzagoon,
Oh, cutie.
Sacred Charm, Melotia. I don't know what that.
Oh, she cute. Look at her little hair bow. She looking cute as heck.
Crocodile. Is that thing?
Oh,
Dude's got
yeah.
sunglasses for days.
Dude, he looks good. He looks like he's straight chilling.
Oh,
Oh!
oh,
What is that? Is that Ursa?
that's Pomo.
Oh, it's a Bebecue. Okay, all right. Is that your last one? Or is that another reverse hollow?
It's another
Second
reverse
to
hollow.
last? Second to last.
Oculodon. All right, I'm not even gonna look. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
All right, it's not a full art, but that's a legendary, so that's cool.
Yeah,
That is
that's
cool.
actually really cool.
That
Alright.
is cool. That was a pretty. Okay. So
Zacian.
It's pretty awesome.
So guys, I went to this place. They said fill up the tin for like $13, and I did. So like, like that's how many Pokemon cards I got away with. So I'm not obviously
All
gonna.
of them, strap in.
No.
We're gonna be here for a
But
while.
because these are used cards, I'm just gonna kind of like pick up a random set. We got energy. What is this?
Oh.
Goldango. Repel. We got a C-Dot. That's a code. I wonder if these codes like actually work. We got another
You should try
energy.
There
Mudbray.
might be some really good ones.
Breloom. Mind you, again, some of these might be fake. Some of these might be like hits. Some
The
of
art
these.
style is interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Obama Snow. I think that one might be a fake. A Wheezing.
How do you know if they're fake?
So like the back of the card should be a vibrant. It shouldn't be like matte. So I can't tell. I have to like look at these.
I know, I'm so curious.
Relor.
Why does mine say launch pad?
That one looks good.
That had like a little hollow. Another Obama Snow. And that's got a hollow on it too. Hydrapple.
Oh, that one's cool.
Just another energy.
Dark energy, slay.
Graphite.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Riolu.
Is that the draft one?
Riolu!
Executor.
Oh, that
Nice.
one's cool.
Houndstone.
Oh, reverse hollow.
Let's go.
We love.
Magnemite.
We love.
Another code. Another energy. Gil Score. Zebra Joltik. Horsey. This looks like the original like artwork for Horsey.
It does look like original artwork, yeah.
Yeah.
Dwebble.
Oh, don't do apple.
Graplocked.
Oh wow.
Oh, he's cool.
Hariyama.
Reverse hollow, we love that.
And Seviper.
We love it.
That's like
Oh,
just
Survivor.
like 1/8.
Survivor is slept on.
He really is, because a lot of people prefer Arbok just due to
Yeah.
nostalgia.
But Survivor's way cute. You should do a Shadow Point Redemption that's like pull a card, any card, and it's like
Right? It's like that would be so much fun. Like, what if I pulled the Charizard, guys?
I still got 3 packs.
guess you're doing it. Everyone's pulling packs today.
Right? No, I'm saving these for like one per. I think we can do that like once per the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so now, are you ready to get grilled, Rissa?
I am so ready.
So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to do the first set of questions. Shrive's going to go next. We can hop around Shrive if you want, or you can skip questions. We can ask questions from chat. At the end of all the questions, we will do a blitz round where Rissa is timed, and she has to answer the questions. And then after that, we'll go into chat questions and then announcements from our lovely guest of honor. And if I could just get everything to just move the way I want to. Okay. All right. So, for someone who's never heard of you before, what is the arcade in your own words? How was that brand started? Let's start there.
So the arcade originally just came because I literally just love 90s nostalgia. There was a Nickelcade that was like close to my home. And I don't know if anyone else had Nickelcades, but it was like, yeah, you just go nickels and you would do like the skee ball or the other little arcade machines. And it was just such a time in my life that was always so special when we would just go with a bunch of my friends and go and just like run around and play the games and get tickets and get prizes. And most of the time the prizes were like the sticky hands that we would throw at each other, or like the little finger traps.
Yes.
Or the like, you know, just whatever. Because it was just like fun. And of course, could I buy those now for like a quarter? Yeah, but like for me, I was like 600 tickets. I'm so excited, and so like that was just something where I wanted to bring so much of that feeling of like, yes, like when me and my friends were hanging out, doing stuff to my stream, and that's kind of where that really started and that brand came up where I was like, I want 90s nostalgia, but I also want to be very aware of the new games that are coming out because there
Right.
are new games that I'm like so excited to play and are even like continuations of series, like the Legend of Zelda series, where like I would play
Right.
Majora's Mask, and now it's like the most beautiful like Breath of the Wild is now
Yeah.
like the second one. It's like it's almost like the games are growing up with us, and so I wanted to be like
Exactly.
the where it's the nice
Yeah.
cozy nostalgia, but then also the nice and newer games as well. And so if
Right.
anyone ever came into my chat, you know, the one thing I say is I say I'm low maintenance. I'm a low maintenance hang. So like I don't want anyone ever to feel like they have to participate in chat or they have to vote in a poll or they have to do like I just want people to come hang out and just be entertained and laugh. And that's what I want at the end of the day is that if
Mhm.
someone's like, "Hey, I've never like I dream for the day that someone is a first-time chatter and goes, "Hey, I've never talked, but I just want to let you know that you have made me laugh like every day." And then I'm like, "How long have you been here?" And they're like, "Oh, a year." And I'm like, "That's what I want."
Yes, yes.
I want people to be like, it's I don't feel like I have to participate. I don't feel any pressure to like have to do X, Y, and Z. I just get to hang out, and that's really my main goal.
I think it's so
Mixed with
important.
90s nostalgia.
I think it's so important that you maintained your true self throughout this whole process. I started watching your channel like at least a year ago, and you've been consistently the same regardless.
Same.
And
Thanks.
and you're absolutely right. Having that nostalgia feeling, like you have those big places like Main Event and Dave and Buster's, but it's just not the same as like getting tickets in like a small like mom and pop arcade shop where you just go in and
Yes.
you just yeah, it's amazing. And you're absolutely right with the games growing up with us. You got Pokemon, you got Tomb Raider, Resident Evil. They're all
Yep.
getting revamped. I know EA is potentially thinking of revamping the first couple of Dragon Age games. I don't know how well that's gonna go, but we never know. And so
Yeah, we'll see.
you described your
I don't know about
channel.
that one.
You described your channel as 50% quirky, 50% funny, and 100% loud. Which of those three shows up first when you hit go live?
Oh, I think it's the loud
Loud.
for sure.
100% loud.
Because one thing that I love, and it's people will tease me about it now, specifically Tim, as I stare into your soul. But he always be like, "Man, I remember the time that Rissa used to scream my name," and I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Have I stopped screaming your name as loud?" But I love when people come in. They do like the little like it's the press start. It gives you an extra live, and extra lives we use for giveaways. But they're always like press it, and I was like, "Hey, hey, hey!" Because it's like it's still a surprise to me that people will show up for my channel,
Right.
regardless of how they show up, whether it's lurking, whether it's chatting, whether it's participating, whatever. People just showing up. Period to me is like, oh yes, yes. And so having that like loudness where I'm like, let's go, it's happening, it's happening. It like feeds me, and then it's this like circle of just being like, you're here, and then it's like, yeah, it just is like a continuous circle.
I think
And I
that's
have been more conscientious of making sure that everyone's name gets screamed Tim.
no,
Specifically Tim.
I think it's amazing that you have allowed everybody to feel so welcome in your circle. Even like for people who have been there for years, they could still go in there, still press start, and get that excited energy welcome. You hear many stories of like new people coming into larger streamers and they barely get recognized. And it's such an off putting feeling. Like you feel like you're not anything to these people, but you always make people feel welcome. So tell us, what's the story behind the name Average Girl Games? Was there a version of the name you almost picked instead? Like, was there a different name you almost went with?
Yeah, so my gamer tag that I use all the time is Rissa in Peace. And that's because it's RIP, it's RIP. And like that was actually given to me by a friend of mine because I was thinking, I was like, what do I want my gamer tag to be? Like, what do I want that? Because I think before that it was like a gamer tag from so many years ago that I just am embarrassed to talk about because it's so old. But I was like, I want something new and something that's me. And they're like, well, I like, you could do like rest in peace, but have it be Rissa. And I was like, oh my gosh, wait. That's like so smart.
That's gold.
I was like, I love that. And so I was like, that's so fun. And so I made that my gamer tag. But when I was going to stream, I do have a Rissa in Peace account that I was like, this will be my main account. I'll stream off here. And I realized that even though that name represents me because it's my name, I was like, I needed to have a general theme so that people immediately know what they're getting into. And so I was like, I kind of want it to just be average. Like, I'm an average gamer, I'm an average person. I'm like everybody else, and I play games, and I play them on medium. I play them on easy. I don't go expert level. I'm not a top tier gamer. I'm not sweating. Like, I am average, and so that's when I came up with Average Girl Games. I didn't want it to be, I think, average. It was something else before that, but that was already taken, and I was like, shoot. So we have this one, and I love it, and it continues to represent really what I think I am as a gamer, which is just I'm average. Like, and it in turn it kind of represents that even if you are an average gamer, you can do everything that I do. And so if I do, gain success, if I do gain momentum, I want people to look at me and be like, yeah, well, she's just average. And I'm like, and that is the point.
Right.
The point is that I'm just average, and that everyone, you included, can do what I do, because there is, quote, nothing special about me. And I know everyone's going to be like, no, because you're sweet. I understand. Like, everyone's unique, but in the grand scheme of the world of Twitch, I am average. I am just like everyone else. But I want that to be where it's not like people are like, I'm never going to be like that. I'm never going to achieve that. I want people to look at me and be like, she did it, I can do it.
So,
because there's nothing special.
Well, your community will differ, but we've already talked about that.
Are.
Yeah, they already are. They already are.
So sweet.
So we already talked about this. You lean heavily into 90s nostalgia and retro arcade energy. What's your earliest arcade memory that shaped the channel vibe?
Oh my gosh, so I had that nickel cade close to my house, and that was just something that, like, I remember scraping through, like, my piggy banks and my tiny little crevices that you had coins when you're a kid. You know what I mean? Like, I had, like, a blue plastic, like, little chest.
Was it one of those little pencil cases?
Right.
Yes. All that, where I was like, I'm just going to put my coins here because they're special. And I'm like, okay. But I still have, like, a fake locker in, like, my storage somewhere full of, like, the golden dollars or whatever, because I was like, these are so special, I'm never going to spend them. And then now they're just, like, in a storage area doing whatever. But I would, like, scrape by my nickels, and me and my friends, I'd be like, Mom, can we go to Nickelcade, please? And I'd beg her. And I'd have this huge little, like, quart size thing of just nickels. And she would always, like, be like, yeah, I'll just go drop you off and then whatever. And me and my friends were like, oh, let's go! And it was just, like, it was the best feeling. And I wish I had more of, like, a unique, like, one-time experience. But really, every single time we went, we were just, like, laughing, being so obnoxious. I'm sure the adults that run the Nickelcade were like, not these kids again. And I'm like, it's me! Ha! Because I was just as energetic and maybe even louder as a kid. So I know that they were like, I'm over this. But it was, like, always before a sleepover, we would go, we'd do some Nickelcade, and then come back and be like, play with our prizes, and then usually break them because we're just throwing the sticky hand around or stretching it so far or whatever.
Right,
exactly.
slapping people with it. So let me ask you this, not part of the original question lineup, but is that Nickelcade still around? And if so, like, do you pay it a visit?
I should. I wonder if it is. I don't live where my hometown is anymore, so it would definitely have to be a little bit of a trek, but that would actually be really fun. I wonder if it is still around.
That'd be something to definitely
like, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna spend all my money there.
Yeah, I'm gonna find all my nickels and all of Miles's pants. I'm gonna find the nickels, which I was like, that's even funnier. Is now it's no longer like when you go to, like, what's it called? When you go to arcades anymore,
yeah,
they don't give you, like, the things. They give you
a card.
Cards.
The cards.
And that's not fun.
Like,
no, I like to hear the change jingle in my pocket.
Yes.
Real quick, I do want to announce that Riot made a great suggestion of returning to Rissa's childhood memory stream. I think that'd be a fun idea. So,
I just take you guys to my house. I'm like, here's my house.
Here's my old
Here's my
house.
room. That's all
So-
the posters of like my weird stuff on there.
oh no, you have to do that. You have to do that. You have to show all
yeah.
like your old like your boy band or rock band posters that you had up on your walls previously. You have to do that. Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I got rid of all mine. Sorry.
All
Oh,
your boy
see.
band posters? Dang, come on.
Okay, so at what point did streaming switch from like this is just a fun side thing to do to actually I think I'm actually able to build something here?
Gosh, that's a good question. Mostly because when I think I have the classic story of starting streaming where I'm like, if I'm gonna play video games with my friends, like let's stream it. Or I was like, I really want to make people laugh, and I missed a lot of the entertainment industry because I
Yeah.
wanted when I was younger to be like an actress, and that's how I met Schwendy, who's one of my mods or Bad Still Films. We became really good friends through like acting and him doing casting calls and us just becoming friends through that. And I was realizing that it's just not in the cards for me, which is fine. I wasn't butthurt about it because I have a great job now anyway, and I wanted to pursue that regardless. But I was like, I kind of miss entertaining people. I miss being funny. I miss like trying to use my quick wit, which I'm still working on, and my what's it called? Oh my gosh, where you my improv skills.
You're right.
And when I started streaming, I was like, oh, this is fun. And I started streaming playing Apex, which is like the most saturated game.
Right.
So why am I an average person playing a saturated game on thinking I was gonna do anything? But I started then playing like some more story-based games, and I had people coming in and being like, "Oh my gosh, I love this game," and I'm like, "Oh hey, me too! Like this is really cool. Like what other games have you played?" And then I started building relationships, and then I started learning things about like Discord, where I was like, "Oh, what is? I don't know what that is."
What is this?
And that's where like in other Discords I met like a couple of friends like the Riot Maker Clay and Oki Tengu and a couple other people, and then as I started to kind of watch more streamers and what they did and how they kind of impacted people's lives. I started to be like, I could really do something with this that's really good. That even if it is just making people laugh and being like a little breath of fresh air or a relief during like crazy days. And that's, I think, really when the switch happened. I don't have like, I wish I had a specific like moment that I was like, whoa, this is bigger than me, but I don't. It was just so gradual, and I feel like a lot of streamers feel that way when we kind of go in it for fun, and then suddenly we're like, oh, I could really like rick and roll with this. Like this is really cool, and then we all kind of just like get really into it, and then we hyperfixate on it and
No,
all
you
the other fun stuff that streamers.
that honestly, I think that's perfect. That's a great answer, and you actually answered the next question for us. Like, sometimes
Yep.
sometimes you have a moment that just is like, oh my god, this really stands out. Like I can really do this, and then sometimes you go and like a month to maybe a year down the road, and you're like, wait a minute, I'm still going. Like this is really working, and
Yeah.
so with that being said, what is one lesson you learned the hard way while streaming?
Oh gosh, I wish I could have 10 minutes just to talk about this. I think it's that at the end of the day, people do have personas, or some people do have personas that they portray on stream who aren't really them.
Yeah.
And it's like okay to trust your gut and be like, something kind of feels off. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. And not letting yourself be like, I'm overthinking it. Like really, your intuition, your gut will always, I think, lead you in the right direction. And so if you have any like kind of reservations about someone, or something
Right.
doesn't feel right, it's probably not.
Right,
And so
exactly.
I learned very early to like trust my gut on some things, and then to also like know my worth, which sounds kind of like weird, but like I used to be a mod for someone that I really really look up to, and one day I was in stream and they just started yelling at me,
Oh.
and I was like, I don't what is going on? And whether it was that person taking their frustrations out on me specifically, or if they were just having a bad day, I don't know, but they just like and it was like relentless. It was like pointed directly at me. And I was
Right.
like, oh, whoa. And so I was like, hey, I'm just going to remove myself from the stream today. Well, I don't know what's happening. And then they had messaged me and they were like, where did you go? Why did you leave? And I'm like, I can't do this right now. Like, I don't know why, what is happening? And like, I then stayed for a little bit longer modding after that because I was like, no, that was my fault. And no, I shouldn't have done that. But what if looking back now, like where I'm at a point where I'm at, looking back, I would have told myself like, hey, no, no one deserves to be treated that way.
Right,
Get out of that
exactly.
situation.
Yeah.
That's not on you, babe. Like, get out. And that I just was like, those are two big things that I was like, one, trust my gut. Because I felt like something was off even before then, but I kept
Right.
being like, no, I'm just overthinking it. Like, this person's great. They've been so kind to me. Like, it's nothing. It's nothing. Maybe I just don't like the way that they say this certain thing or they describe this certain thing. And that's fine. Like, that's just me overthinking. But then that happened and I was like, oh, I should have trusted my gut.
Yeah.
And I don't deserve to be that. So
Yeah, nobody
yeah,
deserves
that's
to be treated like that. And honestly,
Absolutely not.
mods
it was
Absolutely not.
mods make things go so well for the streamer, if anything. I don't want to say like the
Yes.
streamer should be like bending over backwards to like appease their mods, but at the same time like you want that good relationship with your mod because your mod is there to
yeah.
have your back 100%. If you are not there for your mods will not be there for you. You have to give and take with that. And
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
as someone in the chat mentioned, and I've mentioned this to you before, your energy has been so consistent and your personality has been so consistent. I was telling my husband, I was like, she is one of my favorite streamers, and I was like, I hope that, her energy and how she is on stream is exactly how she is outside of stream, because I would have been sorely disappointed. No pressure. I would have been sorely
No, but yeah.
disappointed if it was like a facade. I was like,
Yes.
that's just the one. They always say never meet your heroes or your favorite people, because then you will be disappointed. And I have not been disappointed, and that's, you have maintained 100% that amazing energy, and I hope it continues to go regardless of what you do. So
Good. Thank you.
obviously every streamer has a first follower, a first raid, and a first sub. Do you remember that at all? I mean, you have over what is it, 3,000 or over 1,000, 3,000?
Oh gosh.
Gosh.
I haven't looked in a minute.
But
Oh, I do know I have 3,000 because we
Yes.
have 3,000 streams. So yes,
that's right. Okay. Do you remember your first ever follower that was not Miles?
That would be Schwendy. No, I'm just kidding. Gosh, it's been such a long time that I really don't remember. I do know that I had it might have been Xavi, which I can't remember his original username. But yeah, it might have been Xavi. Now that I'm thinking about it. Or it could have been because again I started to join that. Oh, you know who it was? It was Logan. It was my friend Glitch. So yeah, him and my friend Julius were my first followers, and I believe my first subs.
The fact
At
that
least
you
when I got
remember that is
affiliate.
amazing.
Yep.
They were the ones who were really we all kind of made a pact. We were like, let's go into streaming together, and let's
make a pinky swear.
Yeah, and Julius and Logan, if you ever watch them stream, which not Schwendy, sorry, Julius has gotten back into streaming more. He took a little break because life,
Right.
And Logan is currently, I don't think, not streaming for a little bit, but they are pro level streamers, so they are pro level gamers. They played Apex Legends with me, and they would literally carry me around the map because they were.
Right.
They're AIM labs trained. They are, it's crazy. They're so good. And so it was always kind of funny because it was the typical they're defeating all these enemies and I'm just looting in the back grabbing whatever I want.
Just
And I'm
you're
a little loot goblin over here.
Yeah,
like,
you're
I'm
the
looking
you're the
like
loot
your
goblin.
spoils.
Yeah.
You're
100% that was me.
you're the what was it? What do they call it? The mule that had to pick up and carry everything.
Back
Yep.
mule.
Yep. I was just carrying shield cells and health packs for them because they were they were so much better at it than I am. But it
Carry
was
your
just so fun to
stuff.
play with them. Because they were
Yeah.
always so positive with me. They'd be like, "You got it," and I'm like 1v1ing like I don't know a tree almost, and they're like, "Come on, let's go," and I'm like, I'm just like not having a good time. It's
That was
just
like
so
me
fun.
and
There's
like my
a
first time playing Call of Duty.
yes, Call of Duty was I thought was easier than Apex. Apex has way too many moving parts now. People have abilities. They come back
Right?
so fast. Ugh.
Yeah, no,
But yeah,
no.
there's a clip of me like I think I'm dead or I'm downed, and my friend Julius is just like kind of peekabooing behind my shield, and they're trying to kill this person in front of me, and I was like, just shoot him, and then he just goes pink, and then we win, and I'm like, yay! Woo!
So do you
So yeah.
so we nailed down who the first followers were and the first subs. But what about your first raid?
Gosh, I'm trying to think about. I don't even know if I remember that because I don't even remember. Honestly, it might have been. I wonder if it was like Riot, because
Mhm.
me and Riot met in a Discord, and we became kind of friends. And I don't even remember raiding out myself. I don't even remember doing that until someone raided me, maybe because I still was playing on my PS5, so I had
Right.
no idea how to do anything. I was just like, go live, press the go live button on the PS5, and then play my game, and then turn it off.
Right,
Um,
exactly.
but I wonder if it was Clay. I'm trying to think if it was, because I think that would make a lot of sense. Which Clay's been with me, or it was Oki. It was one of those like in the Discord group for sure,
Mhm.
because we were all learning like how to stream, and then of course we were also doing the classic follow for follow, and the support for support,
Yeah.
because it's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's what you do. You just like support other people, and they support you back, and that's how it's supposed to work.
No.
And so I would do
No.
stuff like that, but yeah, I think it might have been one of that little group that I made friends with, because they would host not movie nights, game nights in this
Uh-huh.
Discord that we were in, and we would just like play around for a little bit and make friends, and then yeah, I'm pretty sure it was probably one of them.
You
'Cause
know what's
they were more into streaming than I think I was. I think we didn't think they had a couple of months on me.
But you know what though? What's so great about that is 3,000 plus followers later and they are still in your chat. That
Oh
is
yeah.
can we just big round of applause to the arcade community. You guys have been so amazing and just it's very hard.
go.
It's very hard to I mean, I was gone for like a couple of weeks and you notice a shift of who comes back when you come back and who doesn't come
Yeah.
back. So just the fact that I mean, that's a long time. 3,000 followers is a lot of time for people to come and go and they are still there. So I think that's great.
Yeah, it's cool.
So with that being said, Shrive, I'm going to turn it over to you now.
Okay. So,
Shrive
hi
then gets
everybody.
really
I
personal.
am
He's like,
Shrive
"What's
Alive.
your first memory?" And I'm like,
So, Miss Rissa,
yes.
being a variety streamer with the kind of the soft spot for the throwback kind of or retro titles, what makes a game arcade approved for your channel?
So that's kind of fun in terms of being like if I have to find a certain game that does have some type of like retro vibe with it, but because we really like to just play everything just because we want, I kind of want every game to feel adventurous and fun and not like nostalgic, but like you have that feeling of being with your friends watching a game regardless of what it is.
Hmm.
I usually stick to story-based games, even though I am very heavy variety, and that's because I like stories. I like to like progress through something and feel like we are working towards an end goal,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm like, oh my gosh, like what's the twist and turns gonna be? And that's been really fun to discover with my community. I will say I do have like pretty big reactions when things happen, and and most of the time it's because I really don't expect it, and I'm like, it's it's really happening. Um, or I just don't see things coming because, like, hilariously enough, I'm like not that smart in terms of predicting things where it's like, oh, look at this like Easter egg, and I'm over here like, where? And it's like right in front of me, and I don't even see it. I'm like, that's crazy, huh? Weird. So things generally surprise me because I don't pay so much attention to them.
Mm.
Um, but I really go based off of the community. So I'll grab a couple of games or even community suggestions. We look through them, we play the trailers of them all, and then we vote on them of the game that we're gonna play together for the like however long it takes me to finish it.
Right.
Mhm.
And I've been trying to finish games more, which has been a big goal of mine. I used to just kind of bebop around on whatever game I wanted, and then I realized that that's unfair to people who are like, "Hey, are you going to finish that one game?
Right.
Remember that one game?" And I'm like, "Oh
Dude.
yeah, we
Yeah.
should do that. We should do that." So
To be fair, I still have a Baldur's Gate 3 run I still haven't finished.
Oh, same.
that game looks so big. I don't know if I could ever do it on stream. It
Yeah,
looks huge.
it is. It is a big game.
Humongous.
So do you like games versus where there's like choices and different like endings for it?
Yes. Oh my
where
gosh!
you're
if
like you can have
a
like
influence
community
game,
like pick.
Influence games
Like-
are the best.
Yeah.
yes. I wish that they had more games that weren't timed decisions.
Mm.
Because that's
Yeah.
where I struggle with some games where I'm like, okay, chat, what is it? And it's like 10 seconds goes by.
You guys
And
need to
I'm
hurry
like-
up.
I'm like, guys, I know that you have lag, but please. So usually it's like, things that we make decisions for. One of the games that I didn't know had the biggest fan base ever, and that was a decision-based game, was Mass Effect.
Yeah.
And I actually played that over on
Yeah.
TikTok. And that community is passionate.
Yes, they
They are
are.
very
Are
passionate.
they?
Bioware fans are insane.
They're so
In a good way,
sweet.
though,
They're
right?
so nice. No, they're fantastic. Like the community is
Maybe.
great. But I told them, I was like, "Oh, I saved this person," and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? That was a bad decision. What do you mean?" And like I would defend it, and they're like, "No, no," and I'm like, "This is crazy." And then the very end, which I'm not going to spoil it if anyone hasn't played it, but at the very end, you have to make this really, really big decision. Which, of course, decision-based game, really big decision.
Right.
And everyone was just like, I've never had this many people in my chat. They were just spamming whatever the decision to make was, and I was like,
Were
"Guys,
they,
I
like,
don't know
arguing with
what's
each other?
helping me." No, they were just like, it was like 3 options, and so it was
Oh.
like A, B, or C. And so they were like, A, B, A, B, C, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do! And I'm like freaking out. And I was like, maybe I don't do decision-based games on TikTok anymore. Maybe we do it only at home in the cozy space of Twitch. Because
Yeah.
that was intense. But like it's fun to see people who have played games before, and like now that I'm playing newer games, watching some of my friends play the games that I just played, and I'm watching them make decisions, and I'm like, and it's like,
What are you doing?
I get it. Like I get the excitement where I'm like, yeah. So I like understand why people were like, look, and I'm like, I get it. I understand now. I understand what you were saying. Because before I was like, why is everyone getting so crazy about these decisions? It's fine. Oh, now I get it.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
Now you get it.
So,
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Yeah.
how do you like balance like an older retro, like quote retro game versus a newer one as far as like what to stream? Is it just based on the day, how you feel?
it's a good question. Because story-based games, and I've been trying to finish them, I usually just run with that for as long as I can. And then we usually will vote on a new game together as like a group. And what's kind of sad is that retro, while there is like retro, like you think of Mega Man and Sonic the Hedgehog and that kind of retro games are now kind of considered like 10 years ago games, and that's like 2016.
Yeah.
So
No.
let's like take a minute and be like, ew,
Yeah.
what? But some people have been like, oh my gosh, I love this game. It's so retro. And I'm like, baby, this is 2012. This was like 3 years ago. And I'm like, oh, it's not.
Yeah,
so
I
like God
know.
of War, we played the remastered 2018 version.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is, I guess, considered retro because was like, what, 2012 was the first one, or was it 2018? But either one, I was like, that's
Yeah.
almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Sick. Cool. That makes
That's-
me feel great.
It makes me feel wonderfully old.
Oh, right.
It
Exactly.
really hurts a little bit.
It really does. It really does.
Hurts my ankles and my back.
Especially
the
when you-
original Spyro is my version of retro.
Oh, yes. No, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door
Yeah.
is my like retro.
My retro game would have to be like one of the old like first editions of Mario, and then like Dr. Mario on the Nintendo. My
Yes.
grandparents, I played video games, and I got into playing video games because of my grandparents. Because my grandparents played Mario, and my grandmother was addicted to Dr. Mario. And then my dad got like Sega and all those games. Those are retro to me. And then somebody comes and
Yeah.
gives me a PS4 game, and they're like, "Yeah, check out this retro game." And I'm like, "That just came out not too long ago."
Thanks. That's really cool of you. Thank you for the retro game.
Thank you so much.
No. Yeah, for real. It's just, ugh.
Yeah, no.
It's great.
With the all the retro games that you've played and all the newer style games you've played, is there a title that shouldn't have worked on stream, but your community just latched onto it and just loved that you started playing it?
Hilariously enough, I was thinking about this, and I kind of thought, and this is, I don't know when it's a retro game. I should look and see when it came out, because I
If it's
was like,
considered
oh,
retro.
yeah, let me look really fast of when it was, because this one I like giggled, and I was like, I thought it was so funny, and it was suggested to me. Let me see when it came out. Oh, 2020, so 5 years ago, or 6 years ago. So that could be somewhat retro. But I thought about Chicken Police. Have you guys ever played that game?
No.
I've never heard of that one.
Okay, it's an LA Noire style game.
Uh-huh.
It's like a story-based game. There's like these, I don't even know how to describe it. It's so funny. It's like detective-based, so you're trying to figure out things, but you like have a screen and you can like talk to people within the scene. It was like, it's so funny. Like, it was just so funny. And I think me just laughing about all the things that were happening in the game, I think my community was just like, this is so dumb. And we love this so much. And I was like, yes! It's so dumb and it's so good. So that's one that I really think was like a hit.
When the PS6 comes out, if you ever get it, I want to see you play Parappa the Rapper.
What is that?
It was one of the
What's that?
games. I think it was on PS1 or PS2. Parappa the Rapper is literally like a dance game. It's like a 2D dance game, and like
Already
you have
heard
to,
of it.
yeah, you have to. It's like a prompt game. You have to. It's like one of the first.
Please tell me
prompt
there's a
games.
pad on the floor where
No,
you
no,
like
no, no,
just,
no. You
like, it
literally
just
like
dance.
you just
Ah,
press the
damn.
keys. You can, yeah, PlayStation 2. If you look it up on YouTube, like you'll see videos of it. But yeah, if you get it, because the PS6 is supposed to be able to play like all the console games. So if you get a
Oh,
chance,
that would be so nice if it could.
yeah, you definitely
Oh,
should do that.
she knows ball. Oh, she knows ball. That's true.
So from looking at your entire streaming journey from start to now, what are 3 games that kind of define your different eras of your streaming journey, like where you started
Yeah.
and like kind of your middle, kind of like I'm not really sure this is gonna work or if it is working, and then to now.
So definitely starting out, I mean Apex, just like that. I streamed. I think even on my like Twitch tracker, it's still at 100+ hours. It's the most game that I've streamed ever. Which I'm like, I did 100+ hours. How did I?
Like, it doesn't
how?
feel that long.
At what point did I stream 100 hours of that? Which was like so funny, and it's just always kind of a giggle because I'm so bad at it now, and it's changed so much, even in the past 3 years before, like since I played it. And then games that I was like, maybe this won't work, or maybe it will work, was definitely like Paper Mario or Kirby Air Ride, because those were more of my retro games, and I really wanted to stick with just retro. But unfortunately, what's kind of hard about it is that when I would play everything on original hardware, which was also kind of cool, I wouldn't really emulate anything. But it just like, because there wasn't really a story besides Paper Mario story based to it, or there's so many other things that you have to do, that I was like, I don't know if I'm like taking too much time with these games and people are just kind of getting bored of me or bored of the story, or because they know the story,
Right.
they're like, I've seen it, like you're not really adding anything to it. And then now, where I am playing more like chat suggested games, I feel like that almost brings in more community like led options, where it's like I will give some suggestions and the community gives some suggestions, and it feels nice because it's like it's almost like they're supporting me, I'm supporting them, and it's like a give back. It's like an equal trade
Mm-hmm.
of them being like, I really want to see you play this, and I'm like, great, I'm gonna play it. I'll put it on the poll, and then when the community picks, I'm like, you guys picked it, we're gonna play it. Here we go, regardless if it's an older game or a newer game, because I know that there's interest there of wanting to see me
Right.
play a game or watch a
Right.
game, and so that's been like really nice to feel like it's not my decision. And maybe that's where I was struggling for a while, is because I was like, I'm gonna play this, I guess, and my community was like, okay, sure, we'll just sit here and watch. And then now it feels much more collaborative and being like, well, what do you guys want to see? Should we do this? Yes, let's do that. And then we play that game.
So it's more like there's more input from the community, and like you said, it's more like a give and take rather than just solely
Yeah.
your decision.
Yeah,
That's
which
awesome.
feels good. That's kind of what I wanted anyway. I
Yeah,
want it to
well, I
be
mean,
more
that's
of
the-
like ours than just me.
It's a community, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but your balance between because these like the story based games, they take a long time depending on how long you
Yeah.
play it. It can be kind of tough for somebody who's just came in to watch that stream, but then you label yourself as a variety streamer. So how do you balance or kind of make the decision of, hey, we're gonna try to probably shift gears to another game after today or the next stream?
Yeah, I think it kind of depends. That's another reason why I really like that chat will like help me pick a game, even on like chatter days where we do like what game are we all playing together today, or what game do you want to see me play. Even if they take like a longer time, whether I play a little bit more in Discord and like we have like a Discord play day where I just play the game, or if I do some like side grinding off stream. A lot of games now, besides games like Cyberpunk that are like 120 hours to complete,
Yep.
most games are only about 20-ish hours, and I can get that done if I actually start on time and actually play the game for 2 hours, which is kind of like a meme right now that I've like the whole time, the first hour I just talk, which I'm like, I gotta work on the yaps. I gotta like yap and be able to talk. But I've been able to get a lot of the games done. The game right now I'm playing right now, Thaumaturge, I am playing a little bit offline because surprisingly, it's a lot longer than I expected to be. There's like 3 acts in the game. Didn't know that when I
3
walked into it.
acts?
I just
Wow.
thought it was a really cool game. I was like, this is cool. And then chat picked it because I couldn't say the name correct. So that's the only reason why.
Is that the only reason why they?
Yeah, I was like, this is the Thaumaturge.
So I have to ask about
Thaumaturgy?
that. So
Yeah.
with the games being like we talked about Baldur's Gate 3 being a long game, and now this one, do you at some point decide, hey, we're gonna stop playing this game and switch to a different game, or do you complete the game entirely before you go to
I
a new
have
game?
gritted my teeth and just finish it. I'm like, we're
Just-
just gonna do it. We're just gonna go. And sometimes
Nose to the
like,
grindstone and just go.
yeah. And that's just why I think there was a game really recently called Recall, which was a game from it's called the Gaming Club, which is like a book club but for gamers that I'm a part of, and they give you free codes for the game, and then we all get together and discuss the game. It's really fun. And I started it on stream, and I was like, wait, but what's happening? Wait, but I want to know what happens. And I was like, well, but stream's over. I was like, well, we're going in the Discord tomorrow. And I streamed the game in the Discord, and I was like, here we go. I want to see what happens. Because it was so interesting and different and fun that I was like, this is cool. And I think I would like to incorporate that more, where if I'm like, hey, I'm not getting through this game fast enough, we're just going to do a Discord day where, like, especially on days that I don't stream that specific game, like Saturdays or Sundays, or even like, I know, holidays where I don't usually stream, I was like, let's just pop in the Discord and hang out. I'll play the game a little bit. If you want to watch, you can. If not, no big deal. You know?
Right.
So I should probably be implementing more of that, which is a good idea for 2026. But most of the
There
time,
you
I
go.
just grit my teeth and I just do the
And
whole
just
thing.
go. I'm going.
No, that's smart.
I get flack if I don't finish games.
So last question for me. for now is what is your absolute favorite game, retro game that you'll never get tired of streaming?
So I don't know if this is retro. Is it? Well,
Are we
we're
using the
gonna say yeah.
10-year-old logic or?
I don't know. Let's see, because I also don't know when this game came out, which is so funny because it's my favorite game, and I'm like, I probably should know when this game came out. Let me look. Let's go to. I just want the original. You know what? We're gonna Google it instead of looking at the Steam store. That would really honestly be a lot faster. Okay, this is from 2007, so that's retro. That's
Definitely
almost, 10
retro.
years.
Yeah.
Almost 20 years. I can do math. I love the BioShock series. I love
Yes.
the BioShock series so much. That was a game that I would play with like my boyfriend at the time. That
I've
and
never
Fear,
played.
which I'm like, don't play Fear by yourself. That Fear series is insane. I could not. That game and with the origami killer, Heavy Rain, also is like a big game that I would remember playing with my friends. But BioShock was the first game that when I was playing it, I was like, this is so great, this is so fun. And there's a part in the game where there's this massive twist, and you're just like, and it flipped me on my head, and I was like, oh, this game is good. I'm like, that's crazy.
I've never played them.
You have to play
You
it.
have
You
you
have
have
to
to. You gotta play.
Like,
That and
don't
Mass
let
Effect.
anyone spoil it from you at all. You have to play BioShock.
I'll add it to the
Because
list of the games that I absolutely
so
have to
good.
play.
BioShock and Mass Effect. Yes.
Yeah, I
Oh
have
yeah,
to
Mass
play.
Effect's fantastic.
Yes.
Mass Effect is so good. And like BioShock itself isn't decision based, but like the world that they create is so beautiful and interesting. And then you get like your plasmids, which is like your special attack, which is like lightning or fire or crows. Like it's such randomly cool stuff that you're just like, this is weird. And it's so
cool.
It's so fun. And I would be an only BioShock streamer if people would not get bored of me because I love it. Except for the third one. That's only because I really don't like your like assistant helper, your AI helper, because she would always, whenever I was 1 health, she would give me a quarter, because like you can get money from her. She'll be like, "Hey, look, I found a quarter," so that you can buy
Here's
like
money.
ammo or whatever. And I'm 1 health, like fighting for my life, and she's like, "Booker, a quarter," and I'm like, "I hate you. Where's the health? You can give me ammo at any time, and you choose right now to give me a quarter." And I was she's the worst. She's the worst. Oh,
So-
I still am like over her.
So we talked a lot about your community today. And
The best.
we have, Sandy definitely expresses how much Sandy loves you. So what does a perfect night in the arcade feel like from your perspective?
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, it's a whether it's a stream or a Discord like community night. If we are all together and we are just laughing and everyone's playing off of each other and we're just making like funny jokes and just like belly laughing, that is like the chef's kiss. There was a Discord. We do every first of the month we do Discord games where we'll do Jackbox games.
Mm-hmm.
And so people will just come in
I
and we'll
love
play a
Jackbox
couple of
games.
games. It's so fun. And we get like really weird. We do. And I'm like, you know what? You can't be really weird on Twitch. Get really weird in here. I don't care.
Right.
And so like, as long as it's not like my big no-nos, which I think should be like obvious for everyone.
Right, exactly.
But I'm like, be wild, be crazy, do whatever. And there's this game, which Miles, remind me, what game was it? What the specific game? But we were all like presenting something, and Miles presented, and it as like just a little like tagline. He's like, this is tiger, tiger, or something like that. And it's just this poorly drawn picture of a tiger, and we are all cracking up laughing, like crying laughing, because it was just so stupid and so funny. And now he has it on his stream background. So if you go into the pawn shop one, yes, you go into like his stream, he has like his Windows of like 97 or whatever overlay, and then he has the tiger picture in
Oh,
the
that's so
background.
cool.
And it just like I was like, that was just a moment for some of us that were just like dying, screaming, laughing. And that if I could have that every stream and have that every Discord night, that would be like my
That would be
goal,
it.
and
You
that would be
need to
it.
print that out and put it like hanging on your wall.
I really should. It was so funny.
Or you should
It
make
was
it
so
you should make it into a
Or 3D
t-shirt.
print it.
Yes, we could t-shirt it. That would be
Definitely t-shirt
Miles,
it.
that's gonna be your first merch item.
Just
So, okay. With that being said, obviously your community is all about the laughs. They love to rip on you, but was there anything of your community that you built like consciously in order to ensure that the space is what you wanted it to be, going into streaming? And is there any part of it that just kind of took off on its own?
Yeah, so I think I was very conscientious early about and I know this kind of is like silly, but just being like as a female gamer, just saying that I am married and that I'm in a really happy relationship and that my husband's a big part of my stream. To not have anyone come in and be like, "Oh, you're really pretty," or "Oh, you're super hot."
Yeah.
What's up? You need a boyfriend, and me be like, "Nope, definitely married right over there. I'm
Yep.
good, thank you." And that was something I wanted to make sure was very apparent very early, because I didn't want anyone to ever accuse me of like trying to like gain a following by being outwardly like lying about my relationship, or be like, I don't
Right.
know, maybe I'm single, maybe you stick around, which, I mean, no tea, no shade to anyone who does that. That's just not the way I wanted to do it.
Right.
And so that was something
Yeah.
that I was like pretty good about setting a boundary of. But then things that took off, I think, were like just the silly, really goofy things that I was like, it'd be really fun if we just did this. And then I would be like, how do you guys feel about this? Would that be kind of funny? And people would be like, let's do it. That sounds hilarious. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like how we did the hot tub stream, but I wore like a 1950s outfit with a swim cap and goggles. And like, that's like, what was a hot tub stream? And then I read from my diary when I was like 6 about like
Oh
my
gosh.
like inner thoughts of being a 6-year-old and how people were horrible and mean to me and bullies
Oh
and stuff
no.
like that.
Oh no.
But it was like the meme stuff that like really took off, that I was like, people are just gonna look at me and think I'm stupid and like be like, who is this cringe person doing this? But then I really started to do it and get into more like just things that I'm like, this is stupid, I'm gonna do it. And it worked. And I was like, okay guys, dang, okay. So I just have to look really stupid, and that's totally fine with you guys because it's totally fine with me. Sweet. And so we would do stuff like that, and it was just fun and silly and goofy.
So, what makes your arcaders a viewer and a true arcade regular?
Oh gosh. I think it's when they start getting comfortable enough to kind of rip on me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, we've been really good about like which I always use the example of my friend Willow Leaf. I don't know if you guys have ever seen her streams. She's fantastic.
I have, yeah.
But her chat is absolutely ruthless to her, to the point that I'm like, yeah, this is funny. I couldn't do that. I think eventually I'd be like, do you guys really hate me? Because I'm like really starting to feel like you guys do, because
Oh
you guys
gosh.
are getting really mean. But she takes it in stride and she's like, ha ha, and she'll joke and laugh with it. And it's like this big meme and it's fun for her. But like when people start kind of pushing my boundary to like, not pushing my boundary, but like pushing their comfortability of being like, haha, joke here. I'm like, haha, good one. And they're like, yeah, yeah.
That was a great one.
Okay. That was good. Yeah. All right, cool. And like feeling more comfortable. Like Sandy will always kind of like give me little rips here and there, which is like so fun. And we've like just made silly jokes where like, I think Sandy has told me that the difficulty on my game can change like a million times, and like stuff like that, where it's like it feels more like we do have that good relationship where like I can rip on you, you can rip on me type of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's when they really start becoming like a regular, because they're like, hey, I like coming in, messing with some people and having fun and giggling and laughing and making my jokes. Then just being like, super sweet and being like, hello everybody, hi. And I'm like, you can also like make it, it's okay. Like Tim is a great example. Tim has been around Tim has been around my community for a good bit now, hence why that he's a mod. But in the very beginning of us being friends, he would kind of make jokes, and then he would DM me and be like, hey, was that too far? And I'm like, no. I'm like, you are so funny. That was perfect. Don't you worry about it. And
I actually like when people do that.
Yeah, I'm
I
glad
know.
that
I was
they're
like, that's really
comfortable with
cute.
you to be able to do that. Yeah.
Yes, but it was also like the silliest of jokes where he was like, haha, yeah, your hair looks bad today. And I'm like, I know I need to brush it. I'm sorry. And then he'd be like, was that okay? And I'm like, that was the least mean thing. Don't you worry about it. You're fine. That's so sweet.
And it speaks to the fact that you are just trying to be an everyday average person. You're not,
Yes.
you're not up there unattainable and stuff like that. So, you've built the arcade as more than just a Twitch channel, obviously. What are some rituals or running jokes that only your community would get?
Gosh. That I killed 2 lesbians.
Okay, I'm gonna need the whole
That I'm not an ally.
context of this. Hold
Okay,
on.
so in
That
the game,
was so not what I was expecting the answer to be.
in the game, Detroit Become Human. Okay, you play as multiple people, but there's this one part where you walk into this club, and it is a promiscuous club. So you walk in and you're trying to find who killed a patron. And I'm doing all my investigative work. I'm looking around, okay? And there's a part where we like find the trail that leads to this android. We confront it, and then it starts attacking me and this human police officer. So I'm an android, human police officer. The human police officer does not trust me because I'm an android. And he's all bent out of shape that his like chief of police put him with an android instead of a human for this case. So he's all mad. So I was like, there's a point where you can either choose to spare this, which I didn't know they were a couple at the time. I did not know.
Sure.
I didn't know. It's just 2 women running around. I didn't know. How was I supposed to assume? What? Women run around in their underwear all the time, and it's not any like big
What?
deal. Just kidding. Anyway, so they run into this alleyway, and it gives me the choice: shoot the robot about to attack me or run away, or spare her. And I was like, okay, genius thought. I'm going to prove that I would treat a killer android the same as a human, and I'm going to shoot this android. So I pop, okay? And suddenly this somber music starts playing, and this other robot runs over and holds on, and she's like, he was gonna hurt her. He's hurt her so many times. Why would you do this? I love her.
No.
And I'm like, and everyone's like, you hate it. I was like, I didn't know. I didn't know. I was trying to prove that I could do that. What do you mean? And everyone's like, no. And so for the longest time, they're like, you're not an ally. And I'm like, I am.
Oh my god.
I am. What? And so that was like
god.
that was a huge running joke forever before I went. And then it got to the point where I was like, you know what, guys? We're going to go replay it. And I replayed just that scene, and I spared her. And I was like, look, we're fine. We're fine. Never happened. It's saved over. Choice was made. We're good. And then people will still bring it up every once in a while.
You guys are like, no, we were there. I remember that.
You know what? I think by discussing that, it will now come back as a new running joke.
100%.
It'll now come back. So
Yeah.
That better go on merch too.
you are.
No, it's not. I killed 2 lesbians. Not happening. That's a big fat no from me, dog.
So you you are known for your high energy streams. Always. Like hype trains, dancing, raids, loud energy, all of it. And we love you for that. But how do you keep your energy loud and fun while still making space for quieter or more serious moments?
Gosh, that's such a good question. So when I am getting really like hyper and high and stuff like that, it's usually like, we do have the hype trains and the gifts and people coming in and it's great. And then if anything is to be like real serious, I'll turn off my music and be like, all right, big conversation. Here we go. We're going to talk about this. And then we talk through it and I'm like, okay, we feel good? Feel good? Great. Music back on. But then there will be times when like in a game, something really really impactful will happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I really just think it's recognizing and really like almost working through what the character themselves are also feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like big example. I mean, I'm not going to spoil E33, but there's a really beautiful moment in Expedition 33 that I just wasn't expecting. And I'm like bawling, tearing up, and I'm just like crying because I'm also processing whatever the character is processing. And so you're like, that's why, and this is why, and that, and it's like, oh my gosh. And like it's moments like that where the community does come together and we're like, we know, we get it. And I'm like, I get it too, you guys. I get it too.
I'm so happy. Thank
I just, it was so big. We just did that. We did it. We did. And it's just so fun because I do feel like it's like everyone's mood. It's like everyone feels it. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
It's not like out of place. It's not like it randomly like shows up where we're like this big moment that we weren't expecting and suddenly
Right.
it's just like this big somber thing. It's like we were building up to it and then because we're all watching and all feeling the same things, having a community come together that we're like, yeah, guys, yeah, we did it. That was it.
You know what? Then the music,
like,
the music
great.
doesn't help in that game. It's so beautiful.
No, it doesn't.
Nobody
it,
spoiled
so-
for me. I haven't played
So
it yet.
I haven't played it either.
Right now.
I haven't played it either. But I tried to play it on stream and then it crashed my computer because I'm running on like a 10 series GPU still to this day from like 2017. Yeah. All my gaming is
Wait,
so
what?
yeah.
So we need to do a special stream or something to get you a GPU or a graphics card because
That is my
Let's
next
get you in
goal.
the 5000
That
series.
that is
right
my next goal is to get a better improved GPU. That is
Yeah,
my goal
we're gonna do something
for
for that. That's
2026.
happening.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I want to play. That is the first game that and the Oblivion remastered because I've never played Oblivion, so I want to play.
yes.
I want to play the remastered. I want to play that so bad, but my computer just cannot handle. I have like an amazing
we're gonna
monitor,
work on that.
but I don't have the yeah.
gonna
So
work
I
on
have
that
to
for
do
sure.
that. Claire Obscure, when I get that and I start playing E33, I will let you know so that way you can come and like witness my like
Yes.
like moment
I'm
of
already struggling. I'm already struggling watching other people play it because, not to call out my friend Clay, but
but we're gonna call him out.
Riot Maker.
But
we're
we're
calling
gonna
out. Riot Maker is a fantastic gamer. My gosh, like I look up to the Riot Maker in many ways just for his performance in gaming. But he is hey, when do I get to fight something? Like when are we gonna fight? Like when are we gonna get to
Like
the
when's
battle?
the next action sequence?
Right.
sort of
Yes,
deal.
which is
Yeah.
why I think games like Elden Ring really vibe with him because it's like you start out in this open area and look, there's a giant horse ready for you to fight. Go get it if you want to.
Go.
And E33 is a little more like step-by-step building block
Right.
that like does have fighting in it, but you have to like really get to the point where it's like all making sense. And he's just running through it, and I'm like, you're missing it. Okay, you're right. You know what? That's okay. That's okay that you missed
It's okay. We're fine. Everything's
6
fine.
Easter eggs. That's fine. That's okay. We don't worry
okay.
about it. We're not gonna
We're
worry
fine.
about it.
No.
You missed a really big battle. That's fine. That's
You missed the
fine.
big story part. Oh no, it's
Yeah,
fine.
that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. And I'm like trying to let everyone experience their own games because I would ask the same of myself to be like, let me experience the game how I want to experience it. But I also have started to lean more towards if someone has played the game before and they're like, hey, make sure you grab this one thing that you need before you go in here because you're gonna like it's the last time you can see it. I'm like, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that right now. I've been leaning more towards that because it's so nice to have the community input of like, hey,
Right.
don't forget to do this, or like, hey, you should switch up your weapons because this next guy is really hard. I'm like, thank you, because
Say
that to me is
less.
not spoiling the game. It's
I'm gonna
like,
be honest. When you were
if someone
playing,
came in and was like, did you know that character dies? I'd be like,
That,
Yeah,
like,
no.
that's the
Cool.
kind of
Yeah,
backseat
no.
gaming
When
that
you
I
were
don't care for. But like, when
yes.
they're helping you, like saying, "Hey, you need to, you might want to grind a little bit more
Yes.
before going to this next
Yes.
area."
I really. Like someone just
But
being like,
yeah,
hey, yeah, you probably should
Yeah.
grind a couple more levels, or hey, make sure you grab like this specific item from the shop.
Right,
from the store,
exactly.
'cause
You
it's like
want
it's
to.
a XYZ. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
right.
that.
you don't
That
want to
kind
give
of
away
backseat
key
gaming
moments.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with.
See,
Yes.
and when you were playing Dragon Age Origins, it was really hard for me to not
I needed so
spoil.
much help in that game. I think I would have welcomed it. I was
Yeah, like I was
helping.
helping to an certain extent, but I was like, I cannot, I can't make you choose who to go with and who to
Oh
save.
yes, at the end. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, the ending. I was just like, I don't want you to have to do that, but if it's for the sake of all things good, fine, go, Morgan. Ugh.
So
That also was crazy.
you're an 18 plus streamer. Aside
Yes.
from the obvious TOS breakers, is there a line between edgy and not okay in your chat and community that you just, the minute you see it, it's done? Like, no chances.
Oh yeah, no. There's I have really hard stops, and it's obviously anything that's overtly sexual. Like if we're getting really graphic, I'm like, hey, ew, blah. Like I'll talk about some themes where I'm like, hey, let me tell you about or I don't know. I've told some couple of funny stories about how I thought something was something else, and surprise, as I got older, I realized that's not how that works, or um, just kind of the normal kind of dumb teenage, not teenage because it's not teenage jokes, but it's the haha these nuts and stuff like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But anything that really starts to push my buttons based off of homophobia or racism or xenocism or transphobia, I want anyone and everyone to feel welcome,
Right.
even if it's your background's different than mine, even if your experience is different than mine. I want to have, I want you to come into the stream. I want to use your correct pronouns. And I want other people to see that so that they can be like, oh, okay, white blonde woman is conscientious of other people and their pronouns and their backgrounds and their experiences. I guess I could be a little more open to that as well, or I need to make sure that I'm doing that too, because I do think that there are times that people do look up to me, and I would never want someone to be like, yeah, I like her, but then she made a really weird comment,
Yeah.
and me be like,
That's like the kiss of
So I
death
just,
for any content creator.
yes,
Yeah.
and I just can't. There's obviously things that I'm a very vocal streamer about my own viewpoints, because I do think that there are certain things that need to be spoken about more, and I never want someone to doubt where I stand on certain things.
Right.
And so I'm really good about being vocal about that. But I also am a time and place person. I'm not gonna. I always want to give people the benefit of the doubt too. That if they do come in kind of hot and me be like, hey, that's weird. Why are we doing that?
Right.
Because they assume that I am that way, or I have those ideals or those morals. And then I call that out. I give them a minute to
Correct.
really be like, oh,
Oh,
okay,
maybe I shouldn't do this.
not here. And I'm like, yes, not here. Also,
Yeah.
maybe never again. Maybe think about it.
Right. Exactly. So,
But yeah,
on the other side of that coin, tell us about a time your community surprised you in the absolute best way possible.
in terms of that,
Just-
same realm, or just in general.
Just in general.
Oh, well, I can talk about
She's like, I got you.
I can
Hold
talk
on.
about this. So there was a streamer, and I do very well to protect them, because I don't want anyone to I don't want to seem like I'm using their platform in a way to boost myself up. There's an individual that I just love and care for deeply, and we became really good friends. But on becoming friends, you know, they kind of, I noticed some things about them
Mm-hmm.
specifically that they were struggling with, and they are a full-time content creator. They do this for their job, but video game content creation is not their primary job. They just did it
Right.
on the back end for fun.
Mhm.
And I realized that they were missing some things or not able to do some things because of their equipment holding them back, and them just not having access to like things because they're like, I do content creation full time, and that ebbs and flows. And so
Right.
I'm trying to just to feed myself. I'm not trying to like upgrade anything or make it where it's easier for me to do XYZ. But then because I can't do these upgraded things, and I can't stream longer games or stream high res games, or I can't because I don't have the equipment, like I'm also suffering because I can't make that money. And I told my community, I was like, I really want to do something for this person. Like I
Right.
really, they're a great example to me. They're a great example to us. I want to do something for them. And I talked to their mods and their partner, and I was like, hey, I want to do this. What do you guys think? And they're like, we love it. Let's do it. And so my community, I let them know who it was, and I was like, keep it under wraps. We're not saying anything, but we are going to do an event stream, and we're going to make it like a good event stream. And I was like, if you can donate, great. If you can't, it's not a big deal. Like, just be here. And like,
Right.
that's also going to help
Right.
us. And my community helped me and their community as well, because they helped. And along with what their community had already contributed previously over the years, because they had like a throne,
Mm-hmm.
we all together raised approximately like $5,000
Oh
for this
wow.
person.
Oh, that's incredible.
That's amazing.
And we, at the very end of the event, the main, like, the big end goal was that their partner and then Miles would shave their beards completely off. And so during the like big shaving reveal, um, I was like, I just want to like, I wanted to thank my community, I want to thank, you know, your community, but I also want to let you know that this is for you, and we raised
Aw.
this money for you. And they were just like, what do you mean? And they just started like crying, and I was like, I just want you to have, I want you to have access to what you want to do. I want you to create the content that you want. I want you to have this. And my community, I mean, they gifted and gave, and they were not even, they didn't hold back for a second. They told other people, I had other people rate into me because other people said I was doing this event for someone, and they rated
Mm-hmm.
in. Like,
That's so cool.
That's
it was like
amazing.
wildfire for us, and it was really cool.
That's what it's all
It was
about.
awesome.
Just having those moments. And with all the wins, there's always gonna be some times where we fail and like we miss completely. So is
Yeah.
there an experiment that you tried to do that completely flopped and what you changed after that? Like
Oh
an
my gosh,
experiment with your
everything I do.
streaming?
Everything I do. No, I tried for a little bit to multi-stream to TikTok and Twitch.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It's hard.
It
And it's only
is.
hard because there's two chats, which I is like hard to say now because I do YouTube and TikTok at the same time, but also their chats are so vastly different.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's trying to make sure that the people on TikTok know, like, thank you for the gift. But then Twitch is like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh, someone on TikTok. But then you can't say Twitch in a TikTok chat because then it like suppresses your views. And then I
Yeah.
went from like having like 20 to 30 people in TikTok to 5 because it heard me say Twitch, and that was a big deal. And then I would accidentally get banned over on TikTok for some weird reason because I said something funny. And because on TikTok, you can't have any like no cuss words, no sexual
Right.
innuendos, nothing.
And
And on
that's
Twitch,
yeah,
I'm a
that's
little more
why I
like
stopped.
hee hee, but like whatever. That they're like, I'm a little more like kind of giggly with that. I was like very like trying to find this line of like, haha, that's funny, right? We're having fun. Oh, I can't make that joke right now because TikTok's on, and it just like didn't it just didn't work. Like
Right.
nothing about it was working, where I felt like Twitch wasn't getting the love and the appreciation that I usually give them, but then TikTok wanted attention, but I was like, how do I give you attention without it was like two
Right.
children, and they're fighting.
How do
And
I
I'm like,
separate you two?
oh my gosh. I'm like, this is so hard. And there are some people who can do that. And I think that's amazing. I think that's great. I have just not found success in it at all. And so now I'm just doing TikTok and YouTube because YouTube doesn't care. YouTube's like, whatever you're streaming on our platform. Great, say whatever you want. Do your business. And TikTok's just like, you like me? You like me? And I'm like,
You
yes,
actually
I do,
really
babe.
like me.
Yes, I do, honey. You're my special little boy. Like, love you. And so yeah, like that, it just tanked for me. I don't know why. I can't explain it. But TikTok, dual streaming, TikTok and Twitch, awful. Awful. Don't know why. Probably because
I mean,
all
to
the
be
reasons
fair,
I
I
already
tried
listed.
that as well and got pretty much the same
It's
scenario.
weird.
It's TikTok is weird where it's like you can't say anything.
Yes.
But
Yes.
me being me and most of us here and in chat,
Yes.
like our communities are not
Built for
I love my
TikTok.
community.
But
Yeah,
it's
they're
like,
not.
The
They're not.
TikTok people will come over to Twitch and they'll be like, yeah, we can say swears here. And I'm like, heck yeah, we can. Let's go. And then like TikTok, it's just like, it's so funny. But then people on TikTok more recently have been like, are you not streaming on Twitch at the same time? And I'm like, no. Do you,
Should I be?
would you want that? And they're like, aw. And I'm like, you're sad? I can't win.
I know.
Ah! We can swear here? Yeah, Brandy. Give me your best swear. Oh, Brandy. Brandy, wash your mouth out with soap. That was crazy.
Seriously.
I love you. I love you,
Oh.
Sandy. Just saying.
Rissa, something I didn't know about you until actually recently is that you do cosplay.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
And it's become a part of your community, your stream. So how did that start? What was your first cosplay and who was it? And how does that kind of integrate into your stream?
So I started cosplaying, was it last year? Last year or at the end of the year 2024. And I had I was streaming on TikTok and I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn, which is an absolutely gorgeous, fantastic game. If you haven't played it, please play it. It is divine.
Still haven't.
And I'm
played
playing it, and someone comes into my stream and she's like, "I love this game," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love this game too. Let's talk about it." And we would chit chat about it, and then like one day, they come in and they're like, "Hey, I'm actually getting ready for a a convention meetup, so I won't be able to be in chat long." And I was like, "Oh, that's so cool. Well, like what convention meetup?" And she told me, and I was like, the one over here in this area? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, do we live in the same state? I was like, no way. So then I was like, I'm going to meet you there. Like, I want to meet you. And so we met, and she was cosplaying at the time. And she's now one of my best friends. It's Nissa, one of my closest friends now. And she was like, hey, I have a layout or like a gosh, what do they
Like a
call
template?
it in cosplay? Yeah,
Oh,
like a template.
I don't know if it's
or like
template, but yeah.
It's like a thing that you but anyway. She's like, I have the leather, I have everything. Do you want to make an Aloy cosplay? And I said, yes, I do. Because I've been wanting to get into cosplay forever, but where do you start? How do you start? I
Right.
don't know. It made no sense to me. I was like, that looks really cool, and I really want to do that, and I want to make these really pretty costumes, but I can't sew. I have no sewing machine. I don't know. I skipped that part in home ec, man. I made a beanie and I was good to go. That was my thing. And like
Home ec, I haven't heard that term in a long time.
I was like, how do you make vests? How do you make a shirt? And she was like, here we go. And for gosh, I don't even know how many hours, like 100+ hours, I started to make this Aloy cosplay. And I'm extremely, extremely proud of it. And she was like, I wanted to make it for TwitchCon. And she was like, would you want to compete in this? And I was like, what does that mean?
What do you mean?
Like a competition? And she's like, yeah. She's like, there's one that's coming up in January that you could do. And I was like, okay. And so I get in my full cosplay and I go and I win, I think 2nd place for my first cosplay competition. And then I keep doing a little more, and I wore it at TwitchCon, and people were like, hey,
Like,
you're
oh
Aloy.
my God,
I'm like,
can I-
yes.
Can I get
I'm
a
like,
picture
yeah,
with you?
it is this person. Good job, you got it. And they were like, I love this. This is amazing. This is gorgeous. And like, my cosplay is really detailed. It's full leather. It's hand stitched. It's hand painted. Like everything in it is very well done. I'm very proud of it. And people would come up to me and talk to me, and it was so great because it was such an easy way for people who maybe didn't know me or did know me, but were maybe like, I don't know, does she want to talk to people? Like, I want to like just come up and be like, nice cosplay. And I'm like, yes.
Right.
I'm like, it's from this game.
Yeah.
Have you played this game? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, where, what, like on stream or off stream or what other games do you play? And it's such an easy like way to have conversations and to meet people. And people like love it. Like, they're like, can I take a picture with you? And I'm like, yes, tag me and then I can follow you and then we'll be friends. And like, it's been really cool. And, ever since I started cosplaying, Aloy, I've been getting really more into it. I made a Splicer cosplay from Bioshock that I did win a competition in. And then now I think I'm going to be working on, I have two in mind. I have a Lady Loki that I would love to do from Marvel Rivals because she just came out and her fit, I feel like, is pretty easy,
Mm-hmm.
except for like her gloves because those are like individual hand things, which I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do that. Um, or I want to do the white haired lady from E33, and she's like this beautiful. She has like this French kind of peacoat style outfit with this stark white hair. She is grayscale, and then she has a mask that covers her face and one eye.
I think that'd
And
be
I'm
so
like, that would
cool.
be really fun.
That
I
would be
think that'd
really
be
cool,
really
actually.
cool. Yeah.
So I'm kind of debating, but I do have to do something for um, E33. Sorry, something for TwitchCon coming up.
But with
It's just so
E33
nice.
kind of
Yeah,
in the mix.
yeah. Which also that, yeah. But I want to do something
So-
for TwitchCon because it's just been it's so nice to talk to people because they just feel so comfortable being like, I like it. Oh yeah, do you play this game? Yeah, I do. Do you stream it? Yeah, I do. What else do you stream? And it's just like,
I mean, it's
it
such a
takes
good
away the pressure.
segue.
Yeah.
It's such a good segue and good conversation starter. Be like, oh my god, look at your costume.
Yes.
Look at
Yeah, and
cosplay.
it's
It's
just
so
nice.
good.
Yeah. Or even if it's
So-
scrappy, people will always be like, hey, I love it. And you're like, yeah.
It's so good.
They're so nice.
Try to make you feel better because like, I like on and the ones that you spend the most time on, the ones you like pour that love into. Those are the ones that like people seem to like absolutely latch onto and just love.
Yes. Yeah. There's definitely like the like, not the nostalgia, but it's almost like weird. It's like Disneyland, right? Where you like see like the character walking by and you're like, oh my gosh, that's Rapunzel. Look, there's Rapunzel. It's like that, but it's like, look, there's that video game character I love. Look
Yeah.
at him. Look at him. It's so cool.
So when you are playing a new cosplay or a look, what comes first? The character, the color palette, or this is be awesome to wear on stream?
I think it's more of being like, this character not like looks like me, but like, oh, I could fit in this. Because like there's obviously characters that are like taller or I just feel like I could never portray because I'm like, that looks way too complicated. Like, I don't know about that. Which is so funny because Lady Loki's supposed to be tall, and I'm like, I'm short, but I could do that. But
High heels.
like a couple of cosplays that I'm like, oh, that'd be so fun, is Thrud from God of War, the second one, Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
And she's this like short, kind of stocky looking girl. She has this wild red hair, but her outfit is extremely detailed, and I'm like,
You
I
can do
really
it.
want to put time commitment in that. Like, that's a lot of time commitment.
You can do it.
Yeah.
So it's things like that I'm like, ugh. But then if I'm like, hey, this is what I want to be doing, I usually talk to Nissa because I'm like, can I do this? And then we look over like all the little tiny bits and pieces of how I would want to make it. And then with that, then we go, okay, based on all these teeny tiny pieces that we need, what are materials that we need? And then we go and go shopping for those materials. And I'm like, okay, well, I need this to do this, to do this, that. How do I do this? How do I dye this? If I made this, what could I do with it? Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so what I've learned just by doing it for only just a year is that really trying on the cosplay as you go is like so important. Because if you start making something and then you realize that it's not like as big as it should be, or it's not as small as it should be, or it fits weird, is the worst. The worst. Because you're putting all this effort into it and then you're like, that doesn't fit
I
me.
didn't do this.
Sweet.
Didn't do
Great.
this right. All right.
These are now off center and it looks really weird on my legs. Cool.
We're still gonna
Fantastic.
rock it though.
I know. I'm like, guess it's what we're doing. Yeah.
So,
Darius.
kind of going along with that, what is a cosplay moment or scuffed outfit story that your chat will never let you live down?
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think if I've had any on stream that are like. Let me think. A scuffed one. I mean, besides me being in a 1950s swimsuit for our hot tub stream, I feel like all of our outfits have been. Oh, you know what's probably
Granny?
gonna be? It's probably gonna be my like Mrs. Claus.
Oh, that'd
I
be
did
fun.
this Mrs. Claus cosplay, and it unfortunately it wasn't scuffed. It was pretty good, but like I had to talk in my or Granny playing Granny, also one. Discord Bro, also a good one. Maybe we will go with Discord Bro for being scuffed because I had a Discord Bro for a long time that I had like these like kind of. Do I have the glasses still? Let me see. Are they in here? Oh yeah, they are. So I would like wear these glasses,
Oh,
and we
dear
would be
Lord.
like talking, and like dudes would be like, yeah, what that booty do though? What does that do? Yeah. And then someone came to me and was like, hey, FYI, regardless if you're doing a character, if someone clips you out of context, you're going to get in some trouble. And I was like, that's such a good point. I didn't even think about that. Because I would be like, what are you doing later? Me? Like all the time. And I'm like, yeah, no, because someone's going to come in and be like, so you hate women because you made that comment? And I'm like, no, it's my character. It's different, I swear. And I was like, no, we're not doing that anymore. So now we do, we do like the sunglasses for Mario, like all the different little characters that we have. And I don't usually do voices with them, but like, I kind of start to avoid more of the like characters that I'm like, you're gonna get me in trouble type character. I really
Right.
want to do
Yeah.
like a Mr. Rogers nice dad character.
Or like a Bob
That's just
Ross
like-
kind of.
Yeah.
Bob Ross would
Kind of
be
character.
so fun.
Yeah, just like a really like sweet dad that you're like, this is like almost like who's the guy from The Simpsons that is like Homer's neighbor? What am I thinking of?
Why am I thinking Flanders for some reason?
Flanders. It is Flanders. Yeah,
It is,
where he's
yeah.
Like, oh boy, he's like, that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you hate me? That's all right, son. I hate me sometimes too. Like just like like the really like stop being so nice type character. Because I think that'd be really funny to like have chat be like really mean and have me be like, oh shuckaroos, you're just being just a little dibber dabber, aren't you? Oakley dokley. Exactly. I think that'd be so fun. And just try really hard to like not break and just be like, that's okay, Palaroo. You're great. And everyone's like, this is so the worst. And I'm like, yes, it is. Yeah. But we'll see.
With
I need to add
so
more.
with all these different elements, as you know, as streamers, we have all these different elements. There's overlays, there's lighting, there's emotes, there's different outfits. What is one design element you are oddly picky about?
I think I'm really, which is so funny because I shouldn't be. I'm really picky about my emotes. I really want them to be like cohesive. And so I try not to like, I would love to just be like, hey, let's put a couple of like emotes of me and like how people do the gifts of themselves. I'm like, those are really cute. And I was like, I just can't do them because they don't match my emotes. They don't match the Furbies or the worms. So I can't do that. And then like some people are like, well, I would love this emote from like this Etsy shop. And I'm like, that's great. That doesn't match my worms or my Furby or like my Furbies. And it like sucks because I've wanted to do so many different things and be like, oh, this emote would be so funny. And I'm like, doesn't match. Which I'm like looking at my ones now. I have like a couple that don't match, like my dancing penguin and then my Hamtaro. But I'm
Mhm.
like, and I think about them all the time where I'm like, oh, I should just change those.
To something
it's
that'll
fine.
actually.
But it's
But it's
fine.
fine. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
So like that is really hard. And I've been thinking about changing them again because fun fact, Furbies don't have arms. So the like punching Furby, it's like it's not anatomically correct. Also, worms don't have arms, so that also sucks. I picked two things that don't have arms. Why
For
did
your
I do
emotes.
that? Yes. I was like, oh, it's so funny. It's Furby because Furby's like 90s nostalgia. I'm like, that's funny. And then I was like asking Miles. I was like, can you make one that looks like this? He's like, yeah. They don't have arms. And I was like,
You could have made a
crap.
they
kick.
don't have arms?
Just
You're
like do like a
crap.
kick. Make it do a kick.
With the foot? I'm like, oh, dang it. So that's been something that I'm like, I still struggle with my emotes. Especially because not only subbing, I mean, it does give you the ad-free viewing, but it does give you emotes. And I want those emotes to be something that people use
Right.
so that it's worth
Mhm.
the sub. As well as like the tier 3 ones, I want them to be worth it because they also get like special ones. And I'm
Mhm.
like, I gotta figure out just a really cool emotes that people are like, these are funny, these are consistent, these are fun. But alas, I have yet to do that.
Well, the great thing about
That's
your brand is that you have so much that you can pull from that would,
Yes.
represent.
Oh yeah.
So I
Yes.
think the sky's the limit with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except I can't do licensed characters. Furbies are like, I feel like you can make them 20% different enough that it's like, oh, it's not really. But
It's
like
not really a
Nintendo,
Furby. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, they will get you.
They will get.
Yep.
They're like, hey, strike.
Don't do
And I'm
that.
like, I'm like, don't! And someone once gave me some advice and they were like, hey, if you ever do get close to making partner, they review your emotes to make sure that you don't have licensed characters.
Oh my gosh. So
I didn't even know that.
I did a deep dive of like Twitch TOS one day because I was thinking if I really want to go and become partner, what can
Yes.
I cannot do? So because of everything that I read, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go family friendly. And then I was like, that's not 100% possible for me particularly. I was like,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna be like PG-13, and it made it very difficult. The minute I told all my friends I was going family friendly, the amount of like collabs that I did like tanked. I was like, but it's
Yeah.
for my community. No. PG-13 is now where I had to keep it.
I know. I have to probably return to that because at the beginning of, I think maybe last year, I was like, hey guys, I'm going PG-13 where we can like make hee hee ha ha jokes where it's like hee hee booty, fine, whatever. And we can swear, I don't care, but we're not going to be like overtly sexual. Like we got this. And it lasted for like 6 months. And then I made one like joke, and then everyone's like, free reign again. And I'm like,
Let's go.
again! And then I did the same thing where I'm like, I'm like, but did you touch it? And everyone's like, stop. And I'm like, you're right, I'm sorry. Shoot. Dang it. Yeah. Tim, one time. Anyway. But no, I do need to work on that again because they will like ding you pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be like, yeah, your content's great. Not for that. And I'm like,
Yeah, and it's not even just like you. It's like if you're with other people, like
Yeah.
even if you are not doing
Yeah.
anything, other people in their chats or in their like, it's just
In their
yeah,
streams,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And they
Like,
do
hey.
their homework.
Yep.
We're
they
gonna
do.
be doing a co-stream.
It's not just-
PG-13 co-stream today.
It's
Please
not
keep that
just
in mind.
it's not just the hitting the 75 average viewer. It's everything in
it's
between.
like all the stuff.
That
It's a
just like
lot.
says, hey, now we can actually review you and decide if we want to ban you or promote you.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. They're like, actually, Uno Reverse, you are gonna have a 10-day ban. Oh.
Clean up your act.
Okay. Yeah. You got 10 days to clean yourself up.
Thank you, Twitch. I love you. Thank you for that. Yes.
So with your setup, Ressa, what is one thing that has the biggest impact? Like emotes, I mean, emotes are kind of they are part of the setup, but what's the biggest impact that your viewers don't notice or they don't see?
gosh, it's probably the amount of bot stuff that my bots do. So like mix it up. My mix it up right now and my Lumia is the amount of like things that we've added so that certain things happen at certain times in the right way at the right time, making sure that things are counted correctly, making sure that this like function works, making sure it's just like it is hours of things that I'm like, I gotta add this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I gotta fix that, and it takes up so much time. And obviously we do that all off stream, and I feel like a lot of streamers feel that way where we're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fix this thing and fix that thing, and I'm gonna do this, and it does take so much time. But the end result, when it like works one time, you're like,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. And there's like some things that like my community just doesn't use that I probably could just take away. Like I have like I have commands, I have a command list that like I think Goth Girl Chris is the only one that uses them. She uses the exclamation point funny and the yeah. I think she's the only one that uses them. There's like a ton. And I'm like, we're not using them at all. I could just get rid of them. But I'm like, eventually they're gonna work out. Eventually someone's going to find them and it's gonna be a funny good moment where they work and they're used, and that's gonna be great. So
Yeah.
but those
So, with your setup, I've noticed that you do have a lot of Corsair stuff.
things. Yes, my baby.
So, what was it like when you found out that you were going to be partnered with a big company like Corsair?
Oh, I screamed and cried and freaked out because when I applied through their Twitter or X link, and they're just like looking for ambassadors. You know, if you're interested, sign up. And so I went and I filled out all the things, and not like saying. I always have a hard time when people are like, "What makes your community different?" And I was like, I mean, how do I describe that by being like, they're friendly and fun and great?
Right?
Like what is someone gonna say that I'm gonna say, and how is that gonna be so much the same? Like the Venn diagram, I think everyone feels the same way about their community, and I just didn't have. I felt like I didn't have a lot or had a lot to like be like, oh, my community, we raised XYZ much money for this charity that goes towards this, or like we have gotten like so many people to affiliate. Like I didn't have any of those examples, and I think I just really in my little document I was just like, my community is so unique because no matter what, they show up for me, and that I would love to return that to them in any way I can, and I would think that they'd be really proud of me if I did get this. And I would love to work with a company that does put gamers first and does think about what the gamer would want, so that I then can give that to my community and be like, hey, we asked for this, or this is something that I'm now using and it is helping me, and I want to have you guys sharing that with me. And by some miracle, they reviewed my content and they were like, we really like you. We would love for you to join the ambassadorship program. And
I
was
think
like,
that's amazing.
This is amazing.
That's
That
really,
is
really
awesome.
They're an incredible company. Like I have yet to really have a bad experience with them. They're so like creator forward. Like anytime that they're like, hey, we're thinking about doing XYZ type of thing, would anyone be interested in that? And then like they get feedback from their creators, or they're like, hey, like we don't think that would really be beneficial, but could we do this instead? And they're like, yeah, let's look into that. And they just like really collaborate with us, and it's really cool.
cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, I want to make them proud.
As you should.
I mean, you definitely are. You
I
definitely
was
are.
going to say, yeah.
Thank you. You guys are so sweet.
So I'm going to combine these next two topics together and kind of pick and choose, just because we are now down to the last hour and a half of the stream. Okay, so
I'm ready.
we talked about TikTok in that experience. What does the average streamer experience, because you talk about that on your TikTok, what does the average streamer experience look like to you personally?
In what sense? Like Like
So,
being a streamer or being a viewer or
being a streamer.
I think it's being yourself and finding the people that are enjoying you being yourself. Um it's I think it's so important. Like, I think we talked a little bit about personas and how, you can pretend to be someone for so long. I very early was like, I just can't do that. I don't have the brain capacity nor the remembrance to have two personalities and like fake one of them but have a real one be me. And I was like, I'm just gonna be exactly who I am, and if people vibe with that, fantastic. If people don't, then I'm just not for you, and that's okay. Like, and that did take me a little bit of time to realize, in terms of being okay with people not accepting me for who I am. I think I was like kind of hurt because
Mm-hmm.
it is me being me, and I'm like, oh, you don't
Yeah.
like me because I'm myself? That's freaking rude.
Right. It's like I can't change who I
So
am, and I'm not gonna change for you. So,
yeah.
and but it sucks having to lose those kind of
What?
relationships because of that. So your most watched video on TikTok had over 100 likes. What was it like hitting that milestone for the first time?
Oh, crazy. Crazy. Because I was like, what did I do? How did this work? And the hard part and annoying part is I think the first one that really kind of like popped off a little bit, I was like, this is stupid. I'm being dumb. I didn't even think this was going to go anywhere. I thought I just made it was a crappy video. I put 10 minutes into the I put 10 minutes into the last one, and this one is a 5-second thing that I just posted, and you love it? Okay. Cool. Cool. Thanks. Great. Fantastic. So, like, that stuff I was, like, really annoyed by, but I was like, okay, great. How do I do it again? Like, what did I do that made it where people were like, this is funny, or this is fun, or got a conversation starting? Like, what did I do? And I tried to recreate it, flopped. I was like,
Yeah, it
it made
always
no
works that
sense.
way. You can never like recreate like your most
Never.
like yeah, that's the other
Yeah.
thing about TikTok
Everybody's got to put their
algorithm.
own like flair on it though to make
Yeah.
it them, like
Mm-hmm,
that, and
mm-hmm.
that's I think what people want to see is that you've made it yours in your way.
Yeah, which was so great. And then I was like, oh, I could do the exact same thing, the exact same
Yeah,
topic.
and then
I'll
it
keep it
never
funny. And it was like, I'm like, whoa, it's the same thing.
So,
What? So,
being average is the most important thing for you that we've
yes.
talked about. Do you ever find that leaning into average actually becomes a strength when everyone else is trying to look untouchable or perfect?
Yes. I don't take myself as seriously. Where if it takes me 45 minutes to defeat one boss, I'm like, that just is what it is. Like, that's where we're at. Sorry about it. And it's funny, and it's like, I don't feel like I'm like, okay, guys, like, I'm really sorry that I didn't get this boss, like, right, but we're gonna do it now, I swear. Like, we're gonna do better. Okay? I'm so sorry. I'm like, you came here for this, man. Like, this is it in action. I cannot figure this out. And it's so much nicer. It just takes off so much of that weight. And
Less pressure.
Yeah.
yes. And it's easier to like not care if I don't do something perfectly or correctly, or I miss something super obvious in the game and it's staring me in my face and I'm just like, well, there we go. Or
Oh,
if
this is
like
how it is now.
or if like something doesn't work on my stream and I tried forever to fix it and I was like, all right, well, here we are. Well, it's fine. We live.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
And there's not saying that I don't hold myself to being like, I do want to still be entertaining. I do still want to be funny and I still want to have those moments. But it's like certain things then tilt me in a way that I was like, oh, like I'm not worried about having a really good run in a certain game. I'm not worried about like being like having the perfect overlays or my scenes working correctly, or like not make sure I don't push the wrong button during my like my little sound live editing board. Like it's more I get upset when I'm like I don't feel like I was funny enough today. Like I didn't make like my jokes were subpar or like, oh, that could have been a funny moment and I didn't do that. Like, you know what I mean? It's more of those.
Uh-huh.
Hi,
Yeah.
Squirrely. By the way, hello. And so I'm like, that's where I get stuck. Is I'm like, oh, I could have been funnier, or my energy could have been higher. Where I'm like, I know I'm tired from a long day of work, and I should have just been like, hey guys, no stream, my bad. But instead, I'm like, we're not gonna stream anyway. And then halfway through the stream, I'm like this, and I'm like, oh yeah, let me wake up. And those are pretty far and few between. But like, that's where I start getting hard on myself. It's not if like, oh no, my overlays, or oh no, it's more of like personal, like me fighting against myself, being like, I could have been better today.
Uh-huh.
It's more
How
like
could I
that
have been better?
self-doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very much like a check in with myself.
Yeah.
And Korea, I'm an audiologist. Thank you, Tim. I love talking about that. I'll talk about that forever.
Honestly, I think when I heard about that, I was just like, I immediately like related to the fact that I was like, man, because correct me if I'm wrong, the audiologist is the person that helps with like the hearing tests. Am I correct?
Yep.
So I grew up, ever since I was a child, I grew up with very bad hearing problems in my right ear. Turns out I had a cholesteatoma in my ear. And
oh
then,
my gosh. The
yeah.
worst.
And then, so they had to do surgery. They missed a little bit of it, and it ended up growing.
Yeah, it regrew.
Yeah, and as an adult, like the year I was supposed to be like getting ready to get married, I couldn't hear, and it turns out I had lost 80% of my hearing in this year. And I just remember all those years as a kid, they used to make me take like these little like teddy bear like things and like drop them in a cup whenever
Put it
I
in the
heard.
bucket.
Yep, every time I
Yep.
heard. And the amount of times that I thought I heard something but I wasn't actually hearing something was insane. So every
Yep.
time you that's brought up, that's all I think about is how many times I had to deal with an audiologist growing up as a kid.
For me, I had to push a button. I had to hold.
Yeah,
something
I had to push a button. I had to put the teddy bears
Yep.
in a cup. I had to
Do the-
raise my
the ice cream
hand.
cups now.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I had to do
Oh,
all
yeah.
of that. I had to do all of
Those
that.
still work. They
So-
still are the classic things we do every time.
So, has there... Okay, let me rephrase, actually. We all know that we have tech issues live, and I mean, that's the whole point of Behind the Chaos. You know, discussing what it's like to be a streamer behind everything that goes on stream. You obviously have your guy in the chair to help you handle that. Miles obviously helps a
Yes,
lot
bless
with
him.
that. So has there been a moment where Miles has not been available to help you with an issue that has gone wrong on stream, like any live tech issues that he was not available to help you with?
Yep. And I FaceTimed him on screen. And I'm like, this isn't working.
I think. Wait, I think I was there for that one.
Yeah. Oh no, I FaceTimed him a million times. A million times. Where I'm like, hey, this scene isn't working, or my sound alerts aren't coming through, or something's muted and I can't figure out what it is. And like, bless him, he knows I'm gonna FaceTime him and call him no matter what he's doing, and being like, what's happening? Especially when we didn't have the two PCs. To be able to play sound in my PS5, we had to use an aux cord into my controller.
Oh gosh.
And sometimes that would short out or not be like, or like sounds would change. Like OBS or Discord would be like, oh, a new sound source. Let's switch everything over. And I'm like, what? And I am lost in the sauce. I can't
Just
find anything.
looking at all this technology, like I don't know what to do.
And I love Miles so much to the depths of my soul, but he is not as organized, which is funny because I'm not organized either. But it's like our organizational skills are different. Where I'm like, in my brain, you do folder inside of a folder, and then you have the thing. And he's like, no, you have a folder, and then the files, and then and I'm like, no, they need to be.
I'm the same way as you. I'm the same way as you. I'll have a file, and then within the file, I have separate files for each thing, like folders.
So you have folderception going on right there.
Yes, and he is like, here's this, and I'm like, okay, but it's so hard. But because our brains are organized different, when he's like, oh, go into here and it's here, and I'm like, why would you do that? Why do you not have why is there not anything labeled audio and then have all the audio files in the audio? He's like, no, you have mic audio and you have this audio. And I'm like, put it all in the audio. Put it all in one place. Why is it separate? And so that's where we get like a mismatch with each other is sometimes he's like, look here. And I'm like, where? Where? So that's why he can't leave the house until I'm streaming and the stream is up. And
Have you bound him to the chair like you're sitting
Yes.
here while I'm streaming?
I'm like, hey, I know that you want to go hang out with your friends. That's totally fine. Can I just go live first to make sure that everything works and then you can leave? And then he will. Because I'm like, if it goes down, I don't know what to do. I'm lost. So yeah, he's been an extreme help. Him and Schwendy both are like beyond the best of teammates I could ever have. All my mods as well, but like especially them because they have to deal with me IRL.
Yeah.
So that's a lot.
So, what is one gear or piece of equipment upgrade that actually pushed your stream further?
Oh gosh, my mic. I even want to figure out how to use it better. And I don't know if it's like my voice, but I think that a lot of people for like video quality, if the video is blurry, you're kind of like whatever. But for audio, if your audio is cracking or if it's bad or if it's screeching or if it's too loud or if it's something, people are like, I can't be in here. Like
Yeah.
something about bad audio is really ruining, like it's ruining the experience for me. And so I used to have a mic that was just like a little USB mic, and it was great for what it was. But you could hear like Miles coughing like down the hallway. Like it was just like so, it would take all my room sound. It would cut off whenever I'd be like, wah! It would like cut me off. So then I would just be like, wah! And that's it. Like it wouldn't, it was, I was just like, oh, we just need something for my microphone that'll make it better. And my mic, which is this is an Elgato mic, has been so helpful because I can control so much of it just within the mic and within the like Wave XLR software itself, where I can make my like listening pattern, my microphone pattern different. So if I want it omni, if I want it corduroy, like I can change up some stuff, which is great. And so that's really something that for me personally I need and I loved and wanted to have because I just didn't want anyone to have bad audio. So, yeah.
You know, that actually answered my next question because I was about to ask you, like, what is one thing that a new streamer should, like, first piece of equipment that they should upgrade? And across the board, everybody has said audio, like, get a better mic.
Your microphone.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
microphone for sure has been
I think
so important.
everybody we've talked to has said that.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
Including,
So,
I mean, I've said it multiple times too. Like,
yeah, I love the mic. Like, it may not be like the Corsair level, but like I love as a starter mic, Fifine. It's affordable
Yes.
and
that's what I got.
Yes.
I love them. Like I
That
bought
was my first USB mic.
yeah, I got
Great.
it and
Yeah.
I gave it to I got one and I got one from my husband and then I got another streamer to get it. If you are starting with any mic, that's definitely like a great starter mic.
Oh yeah.
I would
And they're
highly
getting
recommend.
more into like I actually met them at CES. They were insanely sweet and so kind. And they are starting to make more like kind of like heavy dutier microphones. So like you get your very affordable ones, but then you can get your heavy duty ones with the same quality.
Right.
And that's been really cool to like experience with them because they are growing and like yeah, their products are great.
Yeah.
They're perfect for the starting streamer.
I
So
agree
perfect.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
So, looking back at everything that you've done in your streaming career, I mean, we talked about it time and time again. You're sitting at over 3,000 followers. What was it like hitting your first 100 followers versus your first 1,000 followers?
100, I was like, oh, this is real. Like this is really that's happening to me. Me? Ha! And I was like, holy crap! Like I'm like this. Like I'm doing really good. Like that's a lot of people.
People love
and then
me.
the grind to 1,000. Something about it is so crazy. Like it's like you hit 100 and you're like, wow, and then you sit at 100 until you suddenly somehow hit 1,000 and you're like, that took 90 million years.
Yep.
It's like the grind to your first 1,000 is so hard. It's
Oh my
so
God,
hard,
yeah.
and
Tell
you
me about
doubt
it.
it the whole time. You're like, when is this gonna hit? Can someone just let's
Yeah, like
go.
after
Like, come on.
600, I think I noticed that after 600, like that's when it like really started. Like I'm at like 754 and like I'm trying to like come on, just
You're
a
gonna
little
get
bit
it.
more.
Let's
It like
go.
after 600, it just like starts to like stall out a little bit. And then out of nowhere
Yeah.
like bam, you get hit with like with the 1,000 and you're like when did this happen?
When the hell did this happen?
Yeah, and I'm hoping that's what it feels like for you too, because it is like the grind to that takes forever, and then suddenly you look again and you have like 1,700, and you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what?
When
You're like, that's weird.
like I could have
How did this
swore
happen?
like let me just when
Like,
did
how did this
you
happen?
Refresh.
Yeah.
when did you guys or when did you I should say when did you stop counting your followers?
Um, honestly, after 1,000, I was like, we're gonna do 1,000 stream, and we're gonna do 1,000 hours, and I'm gonna do an 1,000 hour thing, and that's what we're gonna do.
1,000 hours?
Oh no, 1,000 minutes. 1,000 minutes.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Whoa,
I was just
whoa.
1,000 hours.
I did
That's a
1,000
hell of a
minutes.
stream there, Rissa.
And I was like, let's do it. And so we did 1,000 minutes, and it was super fun. And I think that's actually the same time that we did that stream for that content creator. I think we combined them, and I was like, perfect. People will think it's for me, but it's for this person, which was like so great.
Right.
And then after that, I was like, someone came to me and was like, hey, congrats on 2K. And I was like, what? And I was like, oh, shoot. And then I had to do a 2K stream. So we did everything retro 2K because it was like Y2K.
Yeah, I love
I
that.
And then for 3,000, we just did like, I think it was I don't think it was 3,000 minutes, but we did like just some
Into the
goofy, silly
year
stuff.
3000.
We did my very first 24 hour. That's
Oh,
what we did.
nice.
That is awesome.
And that was
and
that was horrible.
so let me ask you this because this is something that a lot of people, especially the newer streamers, do. They watch their follower count go up and
Yeah.
down. Do you keep yours off? Like when you first started, did you keep yours off or did you stare at that?
So my follower count, I was like not really concerned about. It was my viewership that I was like, because then it would be like whenever I would see the viewership pop up and no one would talk, I'd be like, yeah, anyway, so we're like doing this really silly thing, like so silly, you guys, and everyone was like, yeah, and the viewership would drop, and I'm like, it didn't work. Gosh, and that's what's so difficult is like in the beginning, you're not that like, because everyone's always going to tell you, turn off your viewership, turn off XYZ, and like I since have, not on purpose, but because my OBS doesn't have it anymore. But since I've turned it off, I am less worried, and I do try to keep the energy as high as possible all the time so that it's always there.
Right.
I'm like, who cares? Just go have fun, and that's great. Do I look at my viewership like after? Sometimes, yes. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm like, hey, how did that stream go? I'm really curious because I felt like
Right.
chat was really popping tonight. So I'm like, I want to just see kind of what my average was. And it's also hard to not care about your average when the system you're working for cares
Yeah.
about your average.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to find that happy medium of like, okay, today I had 30, last night I had 20, today I had 45. Like, what am I doing that's boosting it up? Is it raids? Which is fantastic. If people want to raid me, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so nice. But like, is it purely raids and I only have my little core community of like 10, 20, 30? Like, what does that look like? How can I make that core community grow? Like, and
Right.
it gets you in this like really like quick, heavy, like type of like feeling. And overall, is it good? Probably not. Probably not great for me to have to look at that and be like, what am I doing wrong or what can I do better? But I do, whenever I do talk to my mods or I talk to my team or Schwendy and Miles, and I'm just like, guys, I don't get it. Like, why isn't this working? And they're so sweet every time, and they're like, hey, like, think about this. Think about where you were when at this point. Like, maybe it was just a raid. That's great. We're gonna see if we can, have those people that came in to experience you. Maybe they're gonna come back. Like, we got this. And I'm like, you're right. You're right. We could do it. We could do it. And like having those people around you that are encouraging you and not trying to like help because it's not like there's a problem to be fixed. I think if it was
Right.
a problem, it would be
Right.
very easily to tell and be like, hey, every time you get a raid, you start swearing profusely at the raiders, and it's kind of weird. Well, that's probably not helping. Probably not helping your average. But then if they're like, hey, you're doing the same thing and people are just finding you, and that's okay, like, give it time. Having those people around you is so insanely important.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
So, speaking of support, you were part of Blizzard's Overwatch 2 Support a Streamer campaign. How did that opportunity
Yeah.
come about, and what did it change for you?
Oh my gosh, I just like asked. I think I did it. I think they had a lot. It was so funny. A lot of the stuff I find is on X, which I like love and hate X for that because I do
Mhm.
think there is a lot of potential on it. But I just like Blizzard was like, if you want to be involved, request here, and I was like, hi, I would love to be involved in this. This is who I am. Here's my Twitch channel, and they were just like, sweet, here you go, and I was like, oh, that's it. Oh, and then I streamed the one time, and they were like, great, thanks, and I'm like, oh.
All right.
Which I was like, very thankful for the opportunity. But what's interesting is it didn't push me anywhere. Like it didn't really give me where I was like, oh, I'm really hoping that like maybe they'll see my stream and maybe people will come in and be like, oh, you have this drop on, let me hang out for a little bit. I got like nothing.
Oh.
And I was
Oh
like,
wow.
good to know. Note that in my brain. And then I applied for some other things like the Vault Hunter Network for Borderlands.
Mhm.
And the Vault Hunter Network has been like, here's a giveaway for your community. Here's some more gold keys. Here's some more tasks that you can do. Here's a video. We want you to do a cosplay competition. We want you to do this. And I'm like,
They're just
oh,
giving you like all these things that you can give back to your community for.
yes, resources, fun activities for me to
Right.
do. Like ideas, content creation ideas.
Like, give
I
me
was
a
like,
reason to do
oh,
this.
Right.
yes. And the vast difference then made me realize of what I'm looking for in any type of partnership versus something that I apply for and they're like, yeah, here, take it. And I'm like, oh, so you don't care about me. Good to know. That's good to
Right.
know. And
Right.
that then
That's
gives
actually
me a
good
base
advice.
of like, yes,
Yeah.
it gives you a really good base of like what you will accept.
Mhm.
Like how valuable is your time and how like people like or how companies treat you.
Yeah,
It's
so
very
How
like the
valuable
more
you've,
the
like-
more they want you to do, the more they clearly like care about their brand along with your brand, because if they're just giving you something, they just don't, they're obviously not
They're
going to
just like,
check
here's
to
a
see.
freebie.
Yeah, they're not going to
Yeah,
check
they're
to see
like,
if you
"Oh, you're
actually
gonna
did
stream?
anything. Yeah.
Great, good job. And I'm like, oh. Versus when they're like, hey, we really want to see like more of this, and here's an incentive. We're gonna let you have another key for your community. I'm like, yeah, yep,
No, that I think
done.
that's a smart
I'll
way
do
to go
that.
about it, and then keep, for all you new streamers out there that are watching, definitely keep that in mind when you start looking at those kind of partnerships. So,
Yes.
have there been any projects outside of Twitch that only happened because of your streaming presence? Like any opportunities that came up to you outside of Twitch because of that?
You know, unfortunately, not Twitch specific.
Mhm.
I did get to because of my TikTok following, I did get to go to CES for free,
Mhm.
which is usually like a $300+ ticket.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
But I got to be able to go and I got to bring my team with me and we got to meet a lot of really amazing people. Like I got to meet Hollyland, who they are a camera and a microphone company that's getting more into the streamer space. I
Mhm.
got to meet Rode. I got to meet Shure. I got to meet Small Rig. Like I got to meet a Genki, which is a really cool like company that works out of Kickstarter. Like
Mhm.
I just got to meet people that I would never have gotten should I not have some type of following making content. And that was really, really cool. And like, especially very recently, like a very like pat on the back to myself to be like, okay, like we are doing really cool things. And I do get opportunities. And this is like, I'm working hard is finally paying off. Because sometimes
Right.
you like are working and grinding so hard that when you're kind of in this like stagnant state of like I'm just doing the same thing every week over and over and there's not really a ton of progress on it or I'm not seeing the progress like I'd want, having those little
Right.
things where it's like, oh hey, do you want to do this for free? I'm like, yeah, I do.
Please.
Yes, I do want to do that. I do actually. Thank you so much. I would love to see, I mean, more opportunities. I think all of us would, we would love to have someone be like, "Hey, I love your content. We want you to do this." And I'm like, "Thank you. Yes." I do, oddly enough, I do get like game codes. I don't know if that's from my TikTok or from my Twitch, but I did have a couple of like game devs reach out to me, and they were like, "Hey, would you mind playing our game on stream?" And usually they're like, "We don't have a big budget, but like let us know your rates." And most of the time I'm just like, "Hey, can I just have a key to give away? Because I just want to give away to my community, and then if that's cool, then yeah, I'll do it." And they're like, "Sure," and they just give me 2 keys, and then I just share it.
So,
That's really
Super
cool.
nice.
is there a risk that you took with your content that paid off way more than you expected?
Risks. What is a risk? That's a good question. I'm gonna kind of describe this as a risk, but it's only because it can cause burnout very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But when I separated TikTok and Twitch, I was like, okay, then what's my schedule for both then? Because that means that I'm gonna have to stream or do something on both.
Right.
Right.
And I now stream every single day except Sundays. So that's like a big chunk of my time and a big chunk of my life out of hanging out with friends or hanging out with Miles or my family. And because I've made that commitment and I've tried to be consistent, it has paid off for me where my TikTok is now a lot bigger. I
Mm-hmm.
am now growing on YouTube, which has been really nice, but I'm only growing on YouTube because I'm streaming and posting shorts. I don't
Right.
post like long form videos. I've tried
Mhm.
a couple. I'm just not a great editor, so it takes me like 6 or 7 days to make a like 1 minute video, which is fine. Everyone starts somewhere.
Yeah.
But like that is again more chunk of my time that I'm like could be spending with Miles or my family or my
Right.
friends.
Yeah, that
And
definitely is a lot.
there is times where I'm like it's like I don't get burnout as like, oh, I'm tired, like I don't want to like stream or do something today. I'm like, man, creatively, I feel exhausted. I feel like I'm not being creative enough and I'm not coming up with new ideas and I'm not doing like more things or making cooler like things from my brain right now. And that's been kind of hitting me like creative block a little bit. But I also feel like I get a lot of inspiration from other people
Mm-hmm.
and I get
Mhm.
that kind of the creative returning to me when I hang out with other people and other creative people and then it really starts flowing for me a little bit better. So yeah, I'll say that as a risk of just
No, I
being
think
right on the
that
brink
is
of
a huge
burnout.
Yeah.
that is a really huge risk because you're giving up your own personal time to split two different worlds that could easily have just been one world, but as you said
Yeah,
earlier, wasn't
could have.
working. Yeah, it
Could
couldn't.
have,
It
but
didn't work out.
one has way more restrictions than the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that definitely is a risk that definitely paid off because like you said, it's definitely grown that platform. Unfortunately, you do lose out on times with Miles and everybody else that you want to spend time with. And that's something that, because I stream every day or, before my absence, that's what I was doing. I work full time, and then after that, I immediately go straight into streaming. So you kind of strain those relationships with your loved one. So I think that's
Yeah.
definitely a one that I would call a risk. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm actually also going to do the same thing, Aerith. I'm going to combine the two,
Sure.
and then um, kind of just pick and choose. But Marissa, you've been a guest on shows and also host events yourself. What do you
Yes.
think makes a good interviewer for creators?
I I love people that already don't have an answer in their head. So like when some hosts are like, "Oh yes, tell us about this one thing one time that you did that's a controversy, go." And I'm like, "Well, okay. You already have this answer in your head of what you want me to say, and I don't want to say that or I don't want to
Right.
what?" And so I like having, interviews where it's very like, hey, like open. I'm genuinely curious. What about this? And I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun to talk about. And I like when like they're also add in there. It's like, oh yeah. And in my experience, I've seen this, and I'm like, yes, like exactly, yeah, yeah. And like we kind of have that like back and forth
Mm-hmm.
of because that's
Yeah.
always like fun because I think everyone in the streaming space, not that we all have the same experiences, but we all have similar experiences, right? Where like maybe we all get a hate raid and we're all like, yep, remember that? Remember that time?
Knock
Isn't it
on wood.
weird?
Knock on
My
wood.
gosh. Yeah, no, it'll come for you. It comes for us all.
Oh
I know I'm
God,
not
I
looking
hope.
forward to it,
I
but
hope never. I hope never.
And if never, then amazing. But like as you get bigger and as you grow, that opportunity the chances get higher. And so it's like
oh yeah,
having the like talk where it's like, oh yeah, I remember, yeah, and then this happened, and then oh yeah, I remember we had to ban that person because they came in saying wild stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like it's nice to have that like shared experience because we all
Right.
experience those things.
yeah.
Which I really, really love. And then hosting, I love hosting. I love hosting events so much. But the anxiety I have when something doesn't go right,
Oh.
I cannot tell you. And it's usually not like on my end. It's maybe when someone's like, hey, sorry, I can't make it. And I'm like, no, actually, you have to
sure?
make it. No, actually,
You sure
you
you
have
can't
to
make
do
it?
that.
Oh my
That's
God.
actually a thing we already talked about. We already confirmed, and you're not going to do that for me?
Yeah. No.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, don't do this to me.
My
And then I'm
my
like scrambling to try to
yeah.
find something.
My tagline is literally, welcome to the chaos where nothing ever goes my way. Literally, I thought today was going to be smooth, and I immediately was like, I can't get share chat to to share. I'm having audio issues. I was like, this podcast is going to go so wrong.
It's gonna go
How did
so
go like
south.
the first 10 minutes? And then that's been Gucci. So that's been nice.
Yes, it's been very good.
Yeah.
So,
Really good.
if you were, here's a hypothetical for you, but if you were designing your own dream panel or award show for streamers, what would
Yes.
the focus be?
Okay. So I've wanted to do this for TwitchCon, but they denied my request. It's okay. I'm going to try again this year. And I wanted to do something called Twitch Connections or Twitch Connections at TwitchCon. And I want
see what
to.
you did there.
I know, so clever. I want to host a panel that's like, hey, we're going to network with each other and we're going to talk about our streams and we're going to talk about what we have in common and we're going to talk about all these XYZ things that all of us experience so that then people feel, one, the stigma of being like, hi, I can't self-promote in your chat. I'm not going to self-promote, but when people are like, how was your stream? Fine. It's good. It was okay. And I'm like, tell me how your stream was. Just do that. And I want to make that where it's a very open, like, oh my gosh, yeah, like I would love to collab with someone who does like FPS games and we do this, and someone's like, oh my gosh, I love that game, yeah, let's do it, and like having those kind of like networking connections happen. Because I
Right.
do think we all grow when we do collab and work together and find like mutually fun related games that our communities love to watch us play. Because like there's nothing better than watching someone play like Repo or Lethal Company or like any type of like Party Animals, whatever game, and they're just like creating this super funny content where they're just beating each other up or hiding from each other or miming with each other, and you're just dying laughing like that. That's the best. And as a community member watching that, it's easy. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
love that.
Real
And so
quick.
having
Sorry.
that, go ahead.
Sorry, we had a question in chat, and I just wanted to ask it before we lost it. This is from House of Black. Rissa, how do you get over the anxiety of streaming with others?
I'm going to ask you a follow-up question, and then I'll answer because it'll help me understand. Is it that you have anxiety about what their community or what they are going to, like, what their expectation of you is, or is it the anxiety of like reaching out to someone new? Like, is it the social anxiety aspect of like trying to reach out for collabs? Because those are like two different things, and I have answers for both. The expectation and social. Oh, so both. Okay, perfect. I'll do that. So for the expectation, if I haven't collabed with someone before, that maybe I'm not really involved in their community. So like, for example, I did just stream with another streamer named Four Cats. We know each other a little bit, but we've never collabed together, and I'm not super prominent in each other's communities, but I loved his vibe, and I loved his, like, the way that he jokes, and I'm like, I think we would have a really good time together. And so I reached out, and I was like, hey, I want to play this game at this time. What do you think? And he's like, oh, that sounds great. And I said, great. Here are some of my rules and things that, like, I kind of, like, don't mess around with in my community. And he's like, great, here are some of mine. And I'm like, perfect. And so it's already establishing the foundation of, hey, in your stream, we don't do this. In my stream, you don't do that. Perfect. Understandable. And then that expectation is already there of that. We don't talk about that. We don't do that. And then we can just play around and have fun. And then
Within those
for the
boundaries.
exactly. And
Yeah.
for the social part, I will say it's always like you always get anxious being like, I really hope they like me enough that they want to play with me. I really hope they like me enough and hopefully they say yes. But if someone goes, hey, not right now, like I just can't make it work, that is not an attack on you. That is not an attack on your stream or
Exactly.
anything. That's just them being like busy. Because content
Like
creators are
life
busy.
got in the way. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And I've asked for to collab with some content creators, and they, for like the past 2 times I've asked, I've always been like, hey, sorry, I can't make it work. And I'm like, that is okay. No big deal. And I just keep in mind in myself that just because they said no right now doesn't mean no for the future. And it doesn't mean that they don't like me. It doesn't mean anything else besides them just being busy. Period.
Right.
Exactly.
And that can be hard still to get those no's. But that doesn't mean, and maybe you do that same collab with someone else.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
I've kind of like copied and pasted collabs before. Cause why not? I've asked someone, I'm like,
Right.
do you want this idea? And they're like, no. And I say, great, over here. Who wants this idea? And I have someone be like,
Here you go.
and I'm like, yes. And it's
Yes.
great. And that's fun. Yeah.
That's a great question. Thank you so much
it
for that
is.
one. Yeah.
Yes, that
Love
was
you,
a
House
good
of Black.
one.
And you're
So-
braver than you think you are.
Yes. Jinx.
What is one piece of on-camera advice you've ever received, Rissa?
On camera, like someone giving to me.
Hmm?
Oh gosh, there's so much. I literally like. I mean, I take advice from so many different people. I think I know I talk about Willow Leaf a lot. And that's just because Willow, seriously, I watched Willow be where I am, and then make partner and maintain partner, and I'm just so insanely proud of her, and it's been really cool to watch her grow and the things that she's done. But she didn't particularly say it to just me, but she has this way of saying no in such a kind way. Because for me, sometimes I have a hard time saying no. Like if people are like, look at this thing right now in Discord, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm doing something, but yeah, no, I'll look right now. And my mods are so good about being like, stop, it's fine, no. She says no, and I'm like, I'm sorry. And Willow just has this way about being like, oh, hey, we're not gonna do that right now, but like, thanks for asking. Or she'll say something else, and I'm like, you just said no to that person, but and the person's like, yeah, no problem.
Oh, bless your heart.
They
but
do
not right
that?
now.
Like you can just say no. And I'm
Yes,
like,
yes, you
gosh,
can.
I need to work on
Yes.
that. Like, so I've been trying to do more of like, hey, unfortunately we can't right now, but like we'll do it in a little bit, or hey, I'll check later. And still I have a hard time with it. But that was something where I was like, as a content creator, you should be able to like go from one thought to the next without having someone be like, wait, do this for me. And I'm like, yeah, okay, well, I'll do it right now. And then derail like your already thought process, or you're already
Yep,
like
exactly.
moving towards
Yeah.
something. And so that's what I would just say to, all the new streamers is learn how to say no early.
Yeah, because
Or
I've
shove
literally
you off.
had situations where like I'm in the middle of like talking about something like my just chatting. Sometimes I try to do like mental health just chats and just talk, and then somebody will come in and completely talk about something as I'm trying to like discuss something else, and it derails everything. And then I'm just like, you know what, the moment's lost. I don't want to do this anymore. So
We
it's just
can't,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
go
we
back
ca-
to the
yeah,
rails
we
on
just
that
we
one, so.
can't go back. Yeah, so
we're like,
yeah.
and that's where it ends.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're done. And anyone, hey.
Anyways,
how's
Yeah,
next topic.
dinner?
exactly,
Dinner
exactly.
for- have. Yeah.
So,
For real.
I mean, kind of going along with all of that, just everything from derailments to just keeping up with all the high energy of especially your chat, Rissa.
Thanks.
Streaming loud and high energy can be draining. So how do you protect your voice, your headspace, and like your off camera kind of like time?
Oh my gosh. Well, my poor voice. I lose it quite often now that I've gotten older. I don't know if that's just a thing that happens, but yeah, you can lose your voice now. So that sucks. But like headspace wise, it's so funny. Miles and I just have the same routine. So like I'll raid, I'll hang out in the raid for a little bit. I'll make sure my like content, our socials are posted, and then we go and we take a shower. And like it's like something about just like taking off all my makeup, brushing my teeth, like getting just like all cozy in my bed, and then we always watch The Office as we fall asleep, where it's like that just like separates so much of whatever happened on stream or whatever I was doing, and it just relaxes me completely, like back to zero, just like good, great. And then my job, I do love my job very, very much, but I don't get to be as creative in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of nice because I get to like, instead of feeling like I have to be creative in two places, I only get to be creative in one.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's nice too, that I'm not relying on this creativity for my job, and so I can really focus it and hone it only on streaming and content creation. And that's been really, really helpful, as well as because my job is so different from anything else that I do. Like I'm not in tech trying to then stream, because I feel like that would be like too much computer, too much on screen. And so to have it be like, oh, it's just like it's the medical field, it's different. I still like work with kids, so I can still talk about video games and stuff, but it's just so different. And my coworkers are so different that I'm like, this is just a whole different world where I almost can like separate and be like, okay, work, and then I drive home and I listen to my good little podcast about whatever, and then I arrive home and I'm like, and stream, and like,
And let's go.
and it's just great.
Just unleash the mayhem. Just unleash it.
Yeah, just
Exactly. And now we're crazy. And then I always also come home and I take a bath, which is like kind of funny that everyone's like, you shower twice, but it's after COVID.
Yeah.
I like would shower after I got home. And so now it's like became a routine that I have to like get into the bath and like at least like kind of just do a little like wash off. And I don't know if that's also helped just my mental state of being like, we're washing off work. We don't think about work anymore. But
No, that's a smart
That's
way to go
actually-
about it. Yeah. That's
Yeah, it was
for
nice.
me when you go from one full-time job and then you have just like a few hours, because I'll work, and then because I work like Monday through Saturday, so like after
Yeah,
I'm
oh
done
gosh.
working, I go and do my errands because I have no time to do errands, and
no, fair.
then after that I briefly eat dinner with my husband, or like watch a
Yep.
show,
Yep.
and then I immediately go into streaming. So it's like I have
Yep.
like an hour lunch break, and then I go back into work. Literally, that's
Yep.
what my life is. So
Yeah.
so yeah, having that mindset of just, and like my husband even offered like that suggestion of just after work go wash. That way you have like a fresh start before you go into streaming.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
it's
definitely,
really good.
you're the second person to say that, so I'm definitely gonna have to do it now.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, as streamers, we all have bad days at work. We all have bad, just off days. So, Versa, on the days that you don't feel average girl high energy, how do you handle it? Do you just go live differently, or do you reschedule, or do you just do it just chatting? Be like, hey, this is what happened. I'm not really feeling up for gaming today, but I still want to talk with you guys. Like,
Oh,
how
yeah.
do you kind of do that?
I'm very transparent. So I'm like, hey fam, we're not doing good today. We are not doing great. I am super tired. And so guess what? We're not doing makeup today. So I'm gonna be just absolutely barefaced, put my glasses on, and we're gonna hang out and chit chat. That's what we're gonna do. And usually my community is just like, okay, whatever. Like they're so great. Or I'll be like, hey, no stream tonight, but let's do a movie in Discord. Like, let's just do something. I've been a little more hesitant. Hi, Archer baby. Sorry, he's so tiny. You want to come up here? Come here.
Yes, we love pet streams.
Want to see the baby?
Let's see the
His
baby.
poor little paw. I told you guys, but his poor little paw. Come here.
Aww.
Oh, baby. I know. His poor little paw's been hurting him. We still don't know why. So we've been babying him like a literal child, and
I'm sure he
loves
absolutely
it.
hates it.
No, he
probably
loves
absolutely
it.
hates it.
There
He
was
hates all the
you
attention.
did
Everywhere.
the last time I was in your stream, you had a hype train and you were dancing, and you had Arthur in your hands as you guys were dancing, and he had like this big ass smile on his face, and I was just like, look at him, he's smiling. I wish I could do that with my dog, but Bailey is like mixed of like 6 different hounds, Great Pyrenees, and German Shepherd. So she's a big girl. She's a very big girl. Your mic did go real quiet, by the way.
There you go.
Sit just a smidge. Hold on. Is that your foot? That is your foot. Hold on. Oh, there. Yeah.
He's looking at you like, what are you doing to me?
He's like, why did you
know.
do that? Why
Look at
did you
him.
do that?
He's just like, has his little
Hello?
nose picked up. But yeah, he's his poor little paw. Just
Poor
we're
baby.
figuring out. I think we just pulled the muscle, working too hard, huh? Just working so hard for rent. My goodness. But yeah. I did see House of Black mentioned and asked if I would ever want to incorporate being an audiologist into streaming. I think that's what you were asking, and I actually would love to. A big thing that I really want to do, if should I ever reach partner, I do want to make a hearing aid foundation,
That would
and
be
I
so
want to have my
cool.
That'd be
community, if like they have a couple of like bucks, whenever they want to, they can just donate, and then it can help kids that can't afford hearing aids because of their insurance denial, or because like the government's not helping them because of the low budget that they have now, that they can help these kids get hearing aids.
That would be amazing. Like I
would
said,
do
as
that.
someone who, because I have a titanium bone in my ear where
Yeah.
where I
have,
had,
you have a porp.
yeah. So because my middle ear drum, like my middle ear bone, I think it was, got completely eroded by the
Yep, 'cause the
cholesteatoma.
cholesteatoma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's so many kids out there who don't even know that they're going through it. Like, it took years for them to figure out what was going on with me. And by the time that they figured out, their hearing is completely shot. So I think I fully support that. I think that would be a wonderful, like, foundation. I would support that 100%. And
Yeah.
if you do, I'd love to, like, do something to help in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. 100%. I think that'd be so fun. But that would be something that I would move forward with, but only after I would reach partner status, because at that point I can kind of like schmooze companies.
Yeah.
And be like, look, I'm a partner.
Hey,
wow.
I'm Twitch partner.
Look at me. I would love for you to donate to this cause. Wouldn't that be great for you and your image?
Right? Exactly.
Interesting.
Exactly.
Would you just love to donate to this cause?
Wouldn't
because
you
I'm
want to
Twitch
help
partner?
kids? Stony? Just kidding. But yeah, that's
So-
that's a future. In the future moment.
Rissa, we all have kind of. I mean, we've talked about it before. We've all had days where we're not really feeling it. Like, we're kind of second guessing ourselves as a streamer. And so, was there ever a time when you wanted to just end your streaming career completely? And what brought you back?
So definitely when that time that I was a mod and they had someone like profusely yell at me and tell me that I'm horrible and whatever, I was like, so this is done. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool being finished. Let's not do this anymore. And I definitely had like a long talk with Miles and a long talk with Schwendy, and they both were like, that's just not like you. It's not like you to let someone else dictate what you want to do or how you want to do things. We're going to work on making sure that you move past this and you grow past this.
Right.
And I definitely had to have a lot of help and support from my friends, and that's the only way I would have gotten through it. There's no other way I could have.
And Arthur.
And Arthur. Yeah,
And
lots of
Arthur.
Arthur cuddles.
So what is
That's Shads. By the way, Shads is a friend that I made off a recommendation from Oki Tengu and Mrs. Kenny Tengu, and is such a sweetheart. So I'm very grateful that you
That
came to
was
say
a
hi,
perfect
Shads.
line from Shads. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, for sure.
So what does 5 years from now look for you, Rissa?
Gosh. Hopefully, I would love to say, like, I would love to be Twitch partner. Only because I am actively working towards trying to foster that community and trying to get more brands to do things for me so I can do things for my community.
Mhm.
And sometimes I have had brands look at me and be like, hey, you're great. You're just too small of a content creator. And I'm like, that's fine. That's fine. Like, I understand that. And I get that from a perspective of other content creators that are my size that maybe just come in and are like, I want this thing. Give me this thing. I want it. And I'm like, that's not who I am. Like, I want to actually collaborate, have an idea for you that I think would work with your brand. And I want to make that a reality, but I just need your help to do that.
Right.
And then have them see, like, oh, you are Twitch partner. Oh, you do have a good following on TikTok. If TikTok is still around, who knows? Oh, you are YouTube partner. Like, you are creating content. You are actively trying to, like, do things and make things more creative. Yes, we would love to work with you. Because I really, really I do want to give back to my community because I think that time is one of your most valuable things that you have. You only have a limited amount of that. And
Oh, yeah.
the fact that some people spend 2 hours or an hour and a half or 30 minutes with me when that is your most limited resource, that's incredible. And I want to do something to applaud that and give them some support and applaud and like just really thank them for doing something with me. But I don't want it to be fully funded by me because obviously I also have bills to pay.
Right,
because
exactly.
I just bought a house.
Those
and I have
sources are out there
student
for that
loans.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just think it'd be cool if more companies did that. But yes.
So Sandy
So,
has a question.
I
Oh, sorry.
I was just going to talk about that.
Sandy has a question. Has a thought or realization that you're probably not going to get to fully know each and every one of your followers ever gotten to you?
Yes. Often. Often, often, often. And I wish that I wish I had more money and time to like travel to some places that I would love to meet people in. Um, but I do think that it's so fun that we do have this web, the World Wide Web, of access to each other. Which again, I think it's very wise to only put out as much access to yourself as you feel comfortable. Like,
Agreed.
don't give other people more access. But
Right.
the fact that I get to go on people's Instagrams and be like, oh my gosh, like, I see you. Like, you did this thing. That is so cool. How did that go? Or I see, like, I have a friend that I used to play Overwatch with consistently, and she was getting married. And I was like, look at you. You're the most beautiful bride. I love you so much. Oh my gosh, you're gorgeous. And, like, just having that be, like, where I'm like, I get to see that, and I get to not necessarily participate, but, like, kind of know and be and acknowledge that I'm like there and like I'm like, hey, I still support you. And like that, along with my followers, I do try to follow a lot of people on social media so I could be like, hey, I see you. That's really cool. Congratulations. Like, it's just really cool. And that kind of stuff I love. I will say I do also on the reciprocal end is I don't want every follower to feel like they know me.
Right.
Because I do want to hold some of a wall where I'm like, hey, like, I'm not always accessible.
Right.
And I'm not
Right.
like I'm doing XYZ. Like, thank you so much for thinking of me, but like I can't play games right now. Or hey, like I have a full-time job. I can't do that. And so it's like it's that hard like where I do want to know and I do want to celebrate people and I want them to like celebrate some of my accomplishments, but I don't want it to be a hey, we're best friends now, right? You should come visit me. And I'm like, okay, I don't know you though.
I don't
Like,
know you that well.
or if they're
but
like, hey,
put it in- I'll
I'm
pencil it in.
I'm coming right now to your house, and I'm like, I don't know you. I don't know
Oh
you.
yeah, no.
Let's
Can you
get it.
not like?
Do that.
Yeah.
Can you not do that?
I feel it. Speaking of people coming to my house, feel it has been in my house.
Hey,
Yes,
that's a
yes,
W resubscription. Subscribe for 25
I know.
months.
Yeah.
That is
I know.
amazing.
I know, that's my boy Feel It. Feel It's been busy. Feel It's been doing stuff in his life and being an accomplished military man. Must be nice, huh, Feel It? Anyway. But no, Shaz also makes a good point. Like time for life, which again we talked about a little bit. How I'm like, I will like have my work time, and then the risk of that
Why
is
you
that
gotta
like
call me out?
I don't have time for my family, I don't have time for my friends. And so taking time away and being like, hey, I'm actually gonna really invest my like brain and my thoughts into what I'm doing right now at this moment. And whether it's just getting food with my girlfriends, getting lunch, getting brunch, we're like doing dinner, whether it's a movie night with Miles and I. Like there was on Friday, I just got this horrible work news and I was like feeling so down about myself that I was like, I just know if I try to stream, I'm going to be like snippy and mean, or I'm going to be sad, or I'm going to cry, and people are going to be like, what is going on? Why are you being weird? And I was like, I just can't stream tonight. I'm going to cancel. We'll see how Saturday looks, but like, I just need to not think. And Miles was like, we're just going to do a movie and we're going to do popcorn and we're going to hang out. And I'm like,
That's
We're
the
just gonna
best.
relax.
That's the best. By the
Done.
way,
Sometimes
That's
you just
it.
need a decompression like that.
By the way,
Yes.
AGG, I just did a shout out to Shikigaki. He's the one that I mentioned earlier about
Yes.
doing the Capcom series run.
Yes!
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Wait.
Yeah,
Okay, say their username one more time.
Shigegaki. I just call him.
Shige Gaki.
Yeah, I just say Shig.
Okay. Shig! Hey, I want to know where you're at in your playthrough. I want to know. Also, are you going to play Monster Hunter Wilds? Because that's also part of Capcom. Have you already played Monster Hunter Wilds? I do want to
I
know.
think he is, or he's planning it for his 2,000 follower celebration.
Thank you, Tim. I know.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Wilds, it's so good, Chaz. It's so good. It's so good. Mount Rushmore. Thank you, Chris. That's perfect.
So as we're
Perfect.
waiting for Shig
Yeah,
to answer a question from our guest, we're going to go into the last bit of our questions, and then we're going to do our lightning round, and then we're going to open it up to chat to ask questions to our guest of honor. Any question goes as long as it's appropriate and it doesn't cross any of her boundaries. So if you have
the Bloop's question, so we can add that at the end.
Yes. Okay, so if the arcade were a physical place, your arcade community, what's the first room people walk into and what's playing on the screen?
What's the first room?
Yes.
Okay,
So
so you walk in.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I don't know if this is the answer. Let me know if this is the wrong question. You have a giant foosball table, giant hockey table, right next to each other. Okay. Big, massive screen, and it's playing Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Sweet.
And there's music, the like lights are with it, where it's like, you know what I mean? And that's with a whole bunch of rows around the side of cabinets.
She's already
Of arcade
designed
cabinets.
this already. She's just waiting for the building
I would
materials.
love a giant, and I mean giant, hockey table, like 2-player air hockey table.
Bam.
Come on,
So
that would be so fun.
Shigigaki just answered. He said, I just finished Capcom game number 93, Okami HD Remastered, trying to break 100 before Resi 9 to come out, which is
Yes.
on my first year of streaming on Twitch. But I played Wilds at launch and finally started again and finished up Omega and GOG.
That's so good. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, I gave you a follow. I'm really excited to see what else you do.
Now, you get to put, say you get to put one of your clips into a time capsule for future gamers. What happens in this clip? It's a hypothetical.
Oh my gosh.
I know which one I would put in there first, but
I think it would be probably one of the very first clips that someone ever made for me. And it's where I get dove by this team in Apex, or one person in Apex, and I'm able to defeat them. And I'm pretty sure I was like, yeah! Or I said like some obscene, like, B word kind of thing. And that's the end of the clip. And I would probably just put that in there and be like, at one point I was really good at Apex Legends. Always
at
good to
one
have that.
point,
At one point. Okay.
Yeah, at some point I was good.
Kind of playing to the panel question. You get to build your dream collab night. Which game, which guest, and what's the title of the stream?
Okay, dream collab night. I thought about this a
Yes.
lot. I would play Liar's Bar, which is this like, hi baby, I'm sorry you're sneezing. It is like
love
it's
that
like a
game.
card game, but you're lying to like your friends, right? I would play that. I would play with Cater FM, who is this DJ who is like the goofiest, coolest girl that I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, I don't even know how to describe her besides just being like cool. Like, she's just cool. Like, she's just like the cool girl. I would have Willow Leaf because I look up to her immensely. And also, she's insanely funny and just like a real goofy girly and just someone that I'm like has the best zingers and like I just feel like she would really enjoy it. Um, and then my fourth person has kind of gone back and forth in between a couple of people. But I would really love to see. Gosh, now I'm like debating if I really want that person or someone else. There's only 4 people in it, so I'm like, ugh. And I went back and forth. I'm like being like, this person, this person. I know it's like so hard because I'm like,
she's weighing so many
I really
factors right now. It's so hard to pick
Can I
that
do a
last
famous
person.
streamer?
It could be anybody. It's
Anybody.
your
Okay.
dream collab.
Okay,
Yeah.
I would love to have Queso. Mostly
God,
because I
yes.
feel like everyone like Cater being so cool, Willow being so witty and funny, and then us just bullying the crap out of Queso would just be so fun.
His chat does it to him all the time, and it's
I just think it'd be so
fantastic.
funny if we would just gaslight him thinking that we were like, what about, do you sure you have that card? And he's like, no. We're like,
Chat, what does he have?
I just would love that. I think it'd be so fun. But him not on stream because his chat does get crazy. So he'd have to be off stream.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't get to stream with us.
He's just in the Discord chat.
There you go.
Exactly.
So if you could send one DM, just one, to your day one streaming self, what would it say?
Oh my gosh. Don't be a mod for that streamer. You'll know who. Don't do it. No, I'm just kidding. I think I would say this is going to get big. Prepare for it now.
Love it.
Like, this is going to get bigger than you think it's going to be. Start thinking about that right now.
That is
Because
actually.
I didn't think about it for a long time. I was like, this is nothing. I'm like, this is nothing. Like,
I'm just an
I'm
average
nobody.
girl.
I'm average.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to happen with this. And I didn't want it to be where I was like making a big deal out of it. I just really wanted to like hang out, play games, and be goofy. And now that it's turned into almost like a business, I'm like, if I could have prepared early, where would I be?
Right.
And if I took that time
Yeah.
at the very beginning to really think about it.
To really put time into it. So what
It's
is
such an investment too.
Yeah.
what is your advice to new streamers and content creators who want to do this full time?
So unfortunately I don't do this full time, so I don't have like that good of advice for like full time stuff. But what I will say is that post on socials and take up space. It doesn't matter if you think your content is bad. It doesn't matter if you have a clip that's crappy or if you're like, oh, this isn't really my best. I don't care. Post on socials, take up space. The internet is infinite. It has infinite space and there is space for everyone. Start today posting as much as you can, as much as you want, have a backlog of things that you can post. And be posting. And don't worry if someone comes in and is like, this isn't good. You're cringe. You're not that pretty. You're not funny. Who cares? Who cares? Say womp womp. Oh no. Oh, okay. Like the amount of hate that is just spewing everywhere, that literally you just reply back and say womp womp, does not matter to you. Because there's going to be people that find it and they're going to be like, this is funny. This is genuinely, I kind of vibe with this. And
Yeah.
they'll follow you and they'll become a regular. And you post more content and they're like, I like this even more. And then it's just this like, then they'll share it. And then that brings out someone else. And then they're like, I really like this. This is really great. And like, oh yeah, Brandy, someone told me that I had a woke stream because I was playing like, what game was it, Brandy? Do you remember? It was some game that I was like, okay.
Were you
and then
like
they called
questioning it?
Miles a simp.
Oh.
Because he was like, hey man, be cool. And he's like, are you simping? And I was like, that's my husband. What is happening, man? You're coming in hot. Relax. But literally, womp womp. Who cares? Womp womp. Do the cringe content. To be cringe is to be free. Post and post and post and post and post some more. And then if you don't feel like posting that day, guess what? You have your backlog. Post that. Don't worry about it. Post. Just post. Who cares?
So,
Post.
so
Get your name
to
out there.
so to add to this question about giving new streamers advice, specifically targeting female streamers, because based on a conversation you and I had before, a lot of women who want to go into streaming, um, there's always that expectation of, do I have to be an e-girl, ooh girl, or am I gonna catch flack for making these other streamers lose to a girl, because that is happens to be one of those things that happens whenever girls play with guys. No
Yeah.
offense, guys, we're not picking on you, but just
love you.
in general, like, what is advice to a brand new female streamer who's just coming in and not sure how to present herself? Because you present yourself very naturally, and then there's girls who feel that they need to overemphasize their image. Yeah.
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 I would say find content creators that you vibe with in terms of what you find, like how you would want to be looked at, like not in like a weird way, but like who do you want to emulate? If you were like, oh, I'm gonna find this content creator and like that's she does this and I like this. She has really good boundaries, so I'm gonna do that too. And there's a content creator. I mean, I talk about Willow all the time, and Willow has a really good way about being like, hey, actually, this outfit that I'm wearing is a little revealing. I don't feel comfortable on stream, so I'm just gonna change really fast. If she does like a cosplay and she's like, I didn't realize it was gonna be this revealing. I'm gonna go change. I'm like, communication's so great. But there's, I think her name is Mindy Confetti. Let me find her name. Is it Madison Confetti? Gosh, I can never remember. I know her name's Confetti.
Something can
But she's this content creator, and she was one of the bigger content creators that I had found early on. And she is like this absolutely bubble of energy, so fun. Is like, I'm like, this is who I want, what I want to be like. And she is just like, she has such great boundaries, and she talks to chat in a way where she's like, hey, we're not gonna do that. Like, it was just so, she was so natural at it, and I was like, I want to be like that. I don't want to have it where I have to be like really cute and have my voice 10 pitches high up, and I don't want to have to do that. Like, I want to just be me. And so seeing someone who was where I wanted to be do the things that I was like, oh, that's acceptable, or I don't have to do XYZ to be able to get there. Oh, okay, then I won't. Because I think we think where we see a lot of women who are so strictly beautiful and who are just making it and are gorgeous and just everything about them, you're like, whoa. But then you can also find women that are more, like, have the sense and have a more reflection of what you want to be, and they're in a place that you want to be, and you're like, yes, okay, so that exists. So
Exactly.
like, I can just be myself. I can
Yes, you
not have
can.
to wear makeup. I can do that. And I think seeing people be successful exactly how they are will inspire you to say, I can be successful exactly the way I am.
I think that's great
And you're
advice.
still going to get weird people coming in and being like, someone asked me how much money to take my top off and stream, and I said 100 and
Why?
I said 180,000 because that's the amount of my student loans. And then they never talked again. I was like, no taker. What? You don't want to pay off my student loans? Come on. It's only 180K. It's not even that's pocket change for you.
Yeah,
right?
nowadays, yeah,
And then I
definitely.
talk again. But it's just like
Yeah.
stuff like that you're gonna get. You will have people being weird. You're gonna get just like the people that come in and are like, oh, what color is it? And you're like, what? And the best advice I can say is literally just to like defer it to something else. Be like, oh, my lights, oh, they're blue. You can't tell? Like, just defer it something, like immediately something else.
Yeah, if you find something that's just not appropriate, always, like, you can always change. And if they keep going, it's always best
That's
to
when you
just
take
that's when
action, be
you
like, "Hey,
address
bye."
them. Yeah.
Boy, bye.
Yeah. I'm pretty good about being like, oh, you can leave.
That's actually a great idea, Sandy. Sandy said if you ever get somebody,
It's just Miles' face.
yeah, just
Just have a shirt underneath it, just with
I
Miles'
think
face on. Be like, here you go.
I think your
Yes. Yeah.
I think your community would do a really great job. Like not even the mods, but I think your community would do a really great job in ensuring that that person got
yeah.
chased out. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
They're so good about being like, ew. And I'm like, yeah.
So
It was on YouTube though, to be fair. So like YouTube's lawless.
oh god,
People
yeah.
are
So,
weird over there.
Do you even
man.
really need your mods, or is your community your mods? Be like, hey, just.
She's got
do
a
you-
mob.
Were there times where you just like you just sat back just with your popcorn, just watch your community just eat somebody alive?
You know what's so funny is that no one's been brave enough on Twitch. People are brave enough on TikTok, and people will immediately be like, ew, get out. Like Brandy and Mandy are really good about if someone comes in and they're like, hey, do this. They're like, ew, die. And I'm like, oh, okay. Wow. Never mind. They got it. But like I do, not like I like to give people second chances, but I will give people a second to be like, think about it. Think about it. Unless it's just absolutely abhor rhetoric, then I'm just like, get out. I don't care. Like, I have no need for that. But if someone comes in and is like, hi, your face is hot. And I'm like,
Cool. Thank you.
What? And then they're just like, anyway, hi. And I'm like, hi. Okay. And so that's just something that always happens. But yeah, it's like, I've yet to have someone come in and really try to be nasty, because I do think that my community would honestly just be like honestly making fun of the person and then just being like, anyway, are you gonna leave yet? And I'm like, that's a good question. What you gonna do, buddy?
So last
thank you. Thank you.
Last question, and then we're gonna go into our questions with the guests. What's something you're working on right now that your community doesn't fully know about yet, if you're comfortable talking about it, but we'll see soon?
Okay. So I did some interviews with a couple of people at CES talking about their like company, like what they're excited for 2026. And I had a couple of big names that I was able to talk to, and I'm really hoping that once I post the videos, I can send the links to the emails that I have, because I grabbed all of their emails.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to give it to them and say, hey, like, here is the content that I made for you. I would love to do something together again soon if you're interested, and hopefully get some more giveaways lined up for the community.
That would be so
names.
awesome.
That'd be cool.
That would be really awesome.
I'm really excited. So if you see a really awkward interview at me at CES, please just put a like and be like, oh my gosh, wow.
Oh, we're already gonna come through.
Amazing.
We're already gonna come through.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah, which I know you guys do. Everyone really always does, which I appreciate more than you guys know.
Okay, so chat, we're gonna open it up to you guys. If we don't see any questions coming in like 2 minutes, we will move to the.
Oh, we're doing the lightning round at the very end?
Yeah, we're gonna do the lightning round
Okay.
at the very end.
Okay.
Okay, so
Loop had a question.
yeah, I couldn't find it. I was like, what was that question?
It's good. I got it. Okay, how do we manage content creation, full-time job, streaming on two platforms?
Oh yes.
Honestly, it's a lot of communication between me and Miles, where I'm like, hey, I want to stream at this time. We have to do this. We have to get dinner by this time. And he's like, great. And so we kind of just like really communicate and figure out who's getting dinner, what are we going to eat, what are we going to do, like when does it end at this point when we do this, and like really having that pat down has been great, because without communication of what I'm doing, I feel like Miles just be like, oh, I thought we were doing this, or I thought I was doing that, or you're not doing that, or what's happening. And so that's been really helpful to have a partner that has been really like, yep, on it, yep, got it, yep, we can do that, yep, we can do that. And he's been like really, really great. So that's been really helpful. As far as trying to balance my job and this, obviously my job will always take a majority of my time and a majority of my focus. But
Mhm.
because my job is a hey, at the end of the day, you're done, go home. And like I'm not like a hourly or a like I'm salary because I'm not hourly. I don't have to worry about being like, oh, I do get to go home early today because my last patient canceled. Fantastic. We're just gonna like go home and get all the stuff done early and then have time for stream on at the end. So that's been really nice. If I had an hourly job where I had to work those times to get paid, I'm sure it'd be way more stressful. Like way more
Yeah.
stressful. So not
Where
saying
it's
get a
like down to the
salary job,
wire
but
kind of thing.
yeah, where I'm like, hey, if I don't work this extra 2 hours on this day, I'm not going to be able to pay rent. Come here, baby. Yeah. Oh, so tired.
I
Can you
think
stay here for 2 more
we,
minutes?
yeah, I'm gonna give it like one more minute. Schedule with only. Okay, that's not a question.
Yes. Oh gosh, yes. Knowing that I'm only going to do 2 hours has been really great. Do I think it would benefit me to go longer? 1,000,000%. I do think it would because I do think that some people are like, oh, I'll reach her, like I'll go hop in at like the end of the night, like while I'm after I'm doing something before I go to bed and I'm already off, and it's like, dang it. So I do think it'd be beneficial to go longer, but I just think for my own timing right now, I just can't make that work. But maybe in the future.
So, if you don't mind me answering this question, AGG from Bloop. Um,
Please.
so I'm also a small streamer as well, but I don't wear makeup at all. I feel a bit of pressure to look nice all the time, and it's slightly daunting. I understand well enough that I want to continue streaming, but how do I move past this feeling? So, I am also a small content creator and small streamer. I don't like how I look ever, and I will never do anything like below neck. But sometimes I have to tell myself it's about who's in my community. If I have people that I know that are looking forward to seeing me, I'm going to just bite the bullet and go. I'll put a little bit of eyeliner and maybe a little bit of lip gloss, and that's it. Because you will never catch me without, at the very least, that. If I am not going to show my, like, if I don't feel like putting on makeup, I do use my PNG tuber. Not everybody
Mm-hmm.
has the option to use a PNG tuber, but there are people that can make one for you. Very clean and very like professional looking, and it's very easy to use. If you decide there are days that you just don't even want to show your face, you can use a PNG tuber. It's not as expensive as a VTuber, and it's not something that you absolutely have to use. But just think of your community. If your community is looking forward to seeing you and you want to be there for your community, bite the bullet. Just do it. They're not going to care how you look because they're there for you, and eventually you'll come to grips with that. And again, if you absolutely don't want to show your face because you just don't feel like putting the energy in putting on makeup, look into getting a PNG tuber. I know a few people who make them. I myself make them. Not the greatest at it, but yeah, if definitely use your PNG tuber for the days where you just don't feel like putting on makeup.
I mean, somebody said, ZAI said it takes time to build that confidence to stream with face cam.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to build the confidence to just turn on the camera and be like, yeah, this is who I am.
I think it also goes back to how do you feel about yourself? So like if you are like, I feel good today. I feel dang good today. I'm feeling good. I don't care that I have makeup. I don't know. I feel good. Then that transfers over into your stream, regardless of if you're wearing makeup or not, because your energy and your like, oh girl, oh, is like already there.
Yeah, that's what they're there for.
Will give you the energy, 100%.
Yeah, and
so yeah,
don't ever feel like pressured. There are a lot of people on Twitch who quote unquote feel like they look like a potato. And honestly, I see more people in those streams because they have that energy, that confidence to just play the game. Like that's what they're there for. They're there for the content. They're not really there to see. Yeah, they're not there to see if you beat your face with like 7 layers of makeup. They don't care about that. They care about how much you do on your content. So just keep that in mind, and you'll get there. Don't worry, you will get there. Also, just a big shout out to everybody that's been in. I gave shout outs to Miles and Cal. Partner mods. Mods are one thing. Your partner devoting time to be your mod is a whole nother ballpark, because they don't want to, like, they probably have other things that they want to be doing. They have their own lives. But to actually sit there and commit and continue to support you as a streamer while you're doing your thing, it just speaks to the level of appreciation of, like, what you're doing and the goals that you're trying to reach for yourself. And it allows them to see that you're going for what you want, and they stick through that. So yes, I can't support my ex. We already broke up. I was like, wait, what's going on here? But yeah, so
Brandy
yeah,
and Tim.
yeah.
Crazy.
Partner mods are a whole nother, like, level. They sacrifice their free time. All mods do, but partners specifically, they could totally be doing their own thing and living their own life, running errands, cleaning, whatever, and they hang out with you. Other mods can leave.
Yeah.
Partner mods, they stick with you.
Other mods, you guys can do whatever you want.
Yeah, partner mods, they, because they know that if they don't support, the minute you get offline, there's that battle. So yeah, even when you have a bad night with each other, they're still in there supporting you. So
Yep.
thank you. Thank you, partner mods, for doing that. Okay. I'm going to do a lightning round. And Rissa, if you want to open your last pack of Pokemon cards before the end of the stream, we can also do that too. But
I can also open another pack as well.
yeah, we could. Well, I would definitely
Are we
let you
doing
guys do
another
that.
pack at the end?
Yes, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get my timer set up for, you're going to have like 30 to 60 seconds to answer these questions. Okay?
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
ready.
Let me get my timer up. Hold on. Oh, gosh. Let's start fresh. Hold on. Okay. First question. Controller or mouse and keyboard?
Controller.
Morning stream or midnight stream?
Morning.
Stream pet cameos, yes or no?
Yes.
Mario or Luigi?
Luigi.
Yoshi or Toad?
Toad.
Donkey Kong or Zelda?
Zelda.
Mario Kart or Smash Brothers?
Smash.
Best retro console?
The N64.
Comfort game you'll never uninstall?
Oh, I have so many. Oh no. BioShock.
There you go.
One creator everyone should follow today?
Oh, Willow Leaf.
DM first or email first for business?
Email.
Singing versus dancing on stream?
Dancing.
Favorite song to play on stream?
The newest one has been the everybody turn the lights off. What is that called? It's the. Oh my gosh, hold on. What is it? It's a. Turn the lights off. Turn the lights off by Kato John.
And are you a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan?
Yes, Donatello.
Okay. Honestly, best answer. Him, and then followed by Mikey. Most underrated game?
Underrated?
Yes.
I don't think it's underrated though. I really liked the Star Wars franchise. The like Jedi Survivor and
Yeah, Jedi
Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sci-fi or fantasy?
Very good. Oh no. Fantasy. I think.
Star
Maybe
Wars
not.
or
I don't
Star
know.
Trek?
Star Wars. Sorry, Nissa.
Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit?
Lord of the Rings. Oh, yeah, Lord of the Rings.
And last but not least, the most important question of all. Who is your favorite Pokemon?
Oh, OG is a Sneasel.
Sneasel.
I
Nice.
love Sneasels. There's another reason why my headset, I think, also looks like this is because she has one ear and a long ear.
That was amazing. Thank you so much for that. We're going to go ahead and open up another pack. Rissa, do you have anything you want to say or give to your community today before we go into the Pokemon packs?
Thank you for being here and for chit-chatting and for being so polite. I'm very proud of you guys. Everyone's going to get some fruit snacks after stream.
Let's
because you guys did
go.
so good. Good job. Gold stars for everybody on your charts. Yes, ma'am. Except for Tim. We all know why. But thank you guys for being here. Seriously.
Yes,
for
thank you,
supporting
everybody. Thank you so
the
much.
stupid stuff that I do where I'm just being my goofy self. Just thank you. I just really appreciate you guys for being here and for you guys being so sweet to our hosts because I do believe in what they're doing. I love what they're doing and I'm excited to see them continue to do it.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Rissa, for being on the show today.
Yep.
Let's get into some more Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Rissa, guest of
actually-
honor, you go first.
What do you have? Strive, what are you thinking?
I just gotta do something here real quick. Hold on.
It's going to be 3
Okay.
again. 3.
Nope. Hold on. Just wanted to do that real quick.
Strive, why?
Yes.
I thought you were getting into your stupid soundboard. I was like, don't do it. That's crazy. You know what, though? You did give it to Cheesy and Forky Lift Certified, which is to my... And Starter Blue and Dutch. Oh, okay. This is actually really cute. You know what? I accept them. That's so cute.
And thank you, everybody, for following Rissa, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for the follow. Sorry that I wasn't able to celebrate, but thank you for the follow so very much. Thank you for the raid! By the way, Dare Bear! Thank you! I love you. Okay, here we go. We have a Steel Energy, Cynthia's Ambition, a Starmie,
Nice.
Dusclops, Staryu, Magmar, what is a Throw, Halucha, a Buizel, Reverse Hollow Clefairy, Clefable, and
Able.
oh fudge, a Magmortar, freaking A. All right, nothing, no hits on my end. Come on,
All
that's
right,
okay. We
so
did get a Reverse Hollow Glaceon, so I'm happy.
I have 3 packs left. 1, 2,
Just
or
do
3.
all 3.
Just do all
No,
3.
do one.
One?
Do number 1.
Okay.
Oh, Miles says 3. I lied. Hold on. Miles might be feeling something.
Is Miles doing?
I can't say thaumaturge. Anyway.
We doing 2?
I say 3.
3. 3.
Wow, that was
All
like
right.
a consensus.
It's so many. All right. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want. How do I open this without like bending the damn cards? Hold on, wait.
No,
There we go.
Tim, I'm gonna delete you out of this chat.
Spam warning.
Yeah, it's Tim's fault.
It's okay. My chat always likes to blame me. It's always Shar's fault. Speaking of which, I got that on merch. Always Shar's fault. All right, so
I'm so
got
excited.
the energy.
Lovely. Did you get psychic last time too?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Sandile, Swinub,
Loto, nice.
Loto. Did I get him before?
I think you did.
Bolton,
Oh, I know Bulltown, yes.
Bolthound. Yeah.
He's so toot.
Gliscor,
Mm-hmm. Ooh, very good one. Very good. How about that one?
Fire Breather.
Ooh,
Trainer card.
very nice.
Cerule Edge.
Oh, okay, cool. Murkrow.
What was that? Murkrow.
Is that reverse hollow?
It is.
Oh, it's coming. Ah! Oh,
Oh.
my gosh.
Wow. Zigzagoon, reverse
Okay.
hollow. Oh,
okay,
there's
and,
another one. Hold on.
And, oh, it's big! It's big! Oh,
What the hell is that?
it's an
Ambipom?
ampom?
Ambipom? Yeah.
Oh man, we got
Is
so
the
excited.
blue
I was
really
trying not
having-
to say
so
nothing.
excited.
I was trying not to say nothing. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my
Like,
god.
wow!
I got so excited.
Biggest letdown
Freaking
on
A-bomb.
Chris's face. Okay.
I saw
Ow.
the outer edge. I was like, damn.
I know, I was like, full art, it's gonna be a full art. Oh.
So, Rissa, since you are the guest of honor, I'm going to have you tell me which stack to pick from. Mind you, chat, this stack is possibly not going to have a drop at all.
The one closest to me.
Which one? This
Uh,
one?
This one, yep.
This one? Okay.
Yes.
So the chances of there being fakes in this and the chances of there being a pool are like 50-50. So who knows?
I just like how it's even now. Ah,
Right?
yes. How even it is.
Luxray,
Okay. Oh, yes.
Vikavolt.
Very nice.
Nice.
Oh, what is that?
Oh.
Crambo Minable.
You're getting these with a bunch of XP. Why is it all 160? Why is it all 160?
What the?
What is happening?
I'm just gonna do this because it's
Wait,
easier.
hold on, what is that?
These are all 150. I'm so confused. What is happening?
I
What
don't-
is happening?
Like I said, these may or may not be fakes.
What is going?
I got
What's
this.
going on?
How?
I don't
How?
Did they do
know.
it? Did they do it by HP?
I know, right?
Are all of these 150 or above?
I'm honestly
I honestly,
What is happening?
I don't know. I
Honestly,
just stuck my
God.
hand in. I just stuck my hand in the bin and pulled out a bunch of cards. So I have no idea.
That's right.
But there's no way. Yeah, like this has to be a fake. Like that has to be a fake. There's no way. There's no way.
140?
That's
Yeah,
the
there's no
evolved
way.
form, though.
No, the Dunsparce? No, that's the basic. Isn't it?
But he
Another.
has the 3. Dunsparce only has 1. Yeah, he has a middle.
Oh,
So maybe the art's wrong? I don't know. It's weird.
you were.
What,
Is that
they're all gonna be
Arcanine?
140.
Ooh, I
Watch.
like the Arcanine.
Now they're all going to be 140. 140. 140. Bet.
Yeah. See.
Tiny little flowers.
See?
Get out of here.
Yeah.
This
see?
is bull crap.
Yeah, this is this is look at this. Look at this. I literally pulled like all of the same cards. Mind you, I did not look at these cards. I literally just stuck my
Oh
hand
my
in the bin
God,
and
that's
stole.
funny.
Like not stole, but like took them out.
Kingler? Kingler? Okay.
Kingler, all right. Now the Kingler having 150, I can see.
A Togekiss.
Togekiss.
Also 140 is fine. That
This
makes
is
sense.
these are like so weird.
Where's my Oddish?
Clearly these are there's no way. Like I just
That's an evolved form of that one. Oh, another one? Is there,
How many
is
of those
there
you
the
got?
group of 6 in this one too?
I'm almost done with this. I just grabbed a handful out.
What in the world is happening?
Like, this is
is
this
that?
can't
Is
be
that? Hold on.
Darmanitan.
I've never even heard of that one. Of course,
That
I
might be
haven't really
real.
heard of most. Yeah, it might be. I don't know.
Are they all fakes? That would be so cool.
That would be crazy if they all were. I mean, you would think these stores would check them.
You would
I mean,
think,
maybe not,
but
but also, what?
jeez Louise.
I'm confused and lost.
I'm
so confused.
confused.
I love how they're all 130 or 150.
Or
Oh, shoot.
like it's. I don't think I've seen anything under 120.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
it's
There's
100.
100.
All right.
That one actually might be real. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, that one's real. That one's a 90.
Look, King Largan.
We love, we love, we love.
I don't know how. It's like the fact
Oh,
that
we
they were
should-
all like
we
140.
should do a real or fake. on
Right?
your
Seriously.
Just to
One
do
of these
like
days.
a real or fake.
That'd be
One
so
of these
fun.
days. I think, honestly, I
Yeah.
think these have to all be fake. I mean, I don't know.
90% of those, I think, well, especially with the 150 to 160 HP, I think.
Yeah,
those are
I'd have to look
not
them up.
real.
Yeah.
I'd have to
Yeah.
look
That's
those
wild.
up. But the fact that I pulled like every single one of them were like 140, 150, that is insane.
That was so funny. And then the 60 of that one Pokemon is so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Da-
do you have anybody? I'm going to be ending stream and then I'm going to be I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy 14 for the first time later on this evening with a friend.
Nice.
Now, I'm going to be ending stream. Shrive, are you ending stream?
I will be ending the stream for the podcast, but I will be taking about a half hour to an hour break
Mhm.
and then start stream again later today.
Nice.
Rissa, are you ending stream completely? Or are you... Okay. Is there anybody as a guest of honor that you would like to raid out to?
I mean, the content creator that I was like, hey, if you guys want to, like, everyone should follow was Willow, and she is on right now.
She is on right now? Okay, so I
That'd be
think...
kind of cool to go over.
I
to.
mean,
I think we
I
should
don't see a reason
definitely
why
go.
we shouldn't.
Okay.
I'm gonna put
Also,
her name in
uh,
your chat.
Before we kind of say our goodbyes, if for my stream, if anybody is not following Miss Rissa, I don't know what you're doing.
Thank you.
Agreed.
Thanks.
100%.
If you see a heart and it's hollow, click it and should fill it and make it not hollow.
Thank you.
Give her that follow.
That's really nice. Thank you. You guys are so
Let's see here. Oh, let's see. Did she
She's
post the
weird,
name?
though.
I know.
Is Willow
love
playing...
weird, though.
Is
It's
Willow
kinda
playing Quarantine?
quirky. Let's see.
I just want to make
She's
sure I
playing-
have the right person.
She's playing Quarantine Zone. Yeah, she has purple and pink hair.
Perfect. Perfect. Guys, thank you guys so much. And Rissa, again, I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anytime. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for it was fun.
I had fun. I hope
I had a
everybody
really
else
good
did.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Hi, Pendula.
You guys have a great rest of your day.
I'm just posting my rate messages. You guys can ignore that. I'm copying and pasting it into her chat.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start right on my end.
Okay, I'm
Same.
gonna same.
You're gonna get like 3 raises in the span of like 3 seconds. It's gonna be
Oh,
great.
she's gonna love it. That's exactly who she'll be like, what? And I'll be like, yeah, girl. Yeah. She'll love it. Thank you guys again.
No, thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right. Rating now.
Bye.
Bye. Oh,
Bye.